All right, it looks like I'm live. Okay. I just have to wait to see if my setup is working. I think you can see me. I think you can hear me. I just need to make sure everything is going. This is my first live stream back. I'm not really expecting too many people, honestly, because, how would they know that I'm streaming? My content schedule has been poop. And I think this is me getting back into it. So mainly just talking to the people who are going to watch this on the replay. I've said this before. Maybe this is your first time hearing it. For me, the winter time, mainly during like November, December, I would even kind of throw in January a little bit. I just look at it like as a time to reflect. I take everything that I'm doing and I just kind of relax. It just doesn't. I don't really try too hard. I'm not really in the gym as much, going crazy. I'm not focused on everything that I do to improve my life. I'm not very focused on it, right? I'm just kind of focused on reflecting, like, how has the year been going for me? Like how was last year? Did I feel like I work hard enough? Did I feel like I created enough content? Did I accomplish my goals? How's the business going? Where am I going in the future? Things of that nature. I've learned over the past, I don't know, 3, 4, 5 years of trying to do this thing over and over again, that whenever I try to go like super hard during winter, I'm prone to negative things happening, right? So if I'm working out, I'll get like some type of injury, or if I'm trying to do business, I wouldn't even say, I think just the motivation isn't there. And so I've learned, just having a relationship with myself, that over time, I've learned to like chill out on winters, and that kind of sucks because the world tells you like it's the winter arc, or the world will tell you that you shouldn't take long breaks like this, and I even give it to them. I even say that they're right, but the reality of the situation is you have to live life for who you are. I see a couple guys in the viewers. Let me know if you're in the chat. I'll have a lot to talk about with you guys today. I'm just kind of chilling. I don't really have a big plan for this live stream. I just want to try to get back into things. I need to go live more. I need to create more content. I need to start doing these things. So if you're in the chat, if you're able to say what's up, say what's up. I know some of you guys listen to me at work, so don't go don't get in trouble now. But let me know that you're here. Say what's up. But yeah, as I was saying, like as far as like the winter time, about November, December, I kind of use those times to chill. Just to kind of reflect on, one, how my year went, how everything was going, and then two, what am I planning to do next year? And so it's one of those things where I feel like as much as I work during the wintertime, it feels like I'm going up hit. What's that term? Upstream without a paddle or something like that. That's how it feels like. I feel like I'm working against unnatural resistance. You guys feel that way? So I just learned to, like, you know what? Let me chill, let me reflect, and let me go over all the things so I could try to do better next year. And that's exactly what's going on here. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, man. This year, as far as I'm concerned, I have like this desire, like this strong energy, this strong desire to really get back into content creation. And what I mean by that is just like going a lot harder, investing more. And so you might be wondering, if you're just staring at the screen here, why I have this Newegg thing popped up here. And it's simply, I think I want to build a streaming PC. I built a PC a long time ago, but it was mainly for a Bitcoin mining machine. And if you guys know anything about Bitcoin mining machines, then you know that you have to basically build a PC without a case most times, and then just connect things to it, and then connect a bunch of GPUs to it. And then, it mines Bitcoin for you. And to be honest, I actually really enjoyed doing that. It was really nice. It makes money in your sleep. However, one, it generates a lot of heat. And so you have to put it somewhere where it's not like in your main space. Because if it's in your main space, it's going to heat up your house, right? And then if you have your AC on, your AC is going to constantly be fighting against it, and you're just going to run up your electricity bill. It's kind of crazy. But if you can put it in a nice spot and you're able to check on it every now and again, because at first it was like automatic, right? So it was very automatic. It kept going. It was mining me Bitcoin, mining me Bitcoin, mining me Bitcoin. And it pays out. Like, how often did it pay out? It was very like, it wasn't like a once a week thing. I want to say they paid out like every hour or something like that. And they pay the Bitcoin paid out every hour, and it would give you your coin. It'll automatically put it in your address, right? And you can liquidate it at any moment. But yeah, it generates a lot of heat. And so you have to put it somewhere where it's cooled down. If you look up Bitcoin mining machine operations, not like the major ones, but like people like me, like just small operations, people have it in a separate room. They have like a fan going and hitting it and things of that nature. And basically how you make money is, one, you're of course mining Bitcoin. So you're mining that investment, but two, it offsets the electricity. So my electricity rose from I want to say like $30 a month, because again I was by myself. It went from $30 a month to maybe like $70 a month. But how much money I was making with the Bitcoin mining machine, it would offset the electricity costs, right? And again, I'm not, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, right? I wasn't making $10,000 a month off this Bitcoin mining machine. No, how I looked at it was like, one, I'm mining Bitcoin, and so two, it's like, at this time, like when I had this Bitcoin mining machine, I was making buku money, right? I had my full-time job where I was working 60 hours a week. I believe I was making like $80K a year. I had my investments going. I had the YouTube channel going. And so I just looked at this like, okay, this thing's mining Bitcoin, and all I have to do is like pay for the electricity. And I was like, what one day I'm just going to look at my account and I'm going to have like all this Bitcoin, and it's going to be appreciating because Bitcoin's appreciating. This was back when Bitcoin was like maybe like $20,000 a coin, something like that. Anyway, it was really nice. But the downside, like I said, is it heats up. Like it heats up your apartment. So yeah, so that investment did that. And it was cool. It was cool. Would I do it again? Yes. If I had like a garage or something. Like if I wouldn't put it like in my apartment like I did last time. Because one, I liked warmer climates, and so I was cool with like not having my house cool. But at the same time, it's like, like I would do it all over again. But yeah, guys, let me know if you're in the chat. Let me know if you can hear my mic. I don't know if I'm just speaking to the wind here. I don't know if I'm like double speeched. I guess I could just check on my phone. But yeah, let me know. So that was the as far as the Bitcoin mining machine. It was actually pretty dope. I'm not gonna lie to you. Just kind of waking up every day and having that the funds just directly benefited into your account. But yeah. So let me go ahead and check my thing here, and then we'll move on to what I wanted to talk about. Just kind of waking up every day and having. Okay, it looks like it's good. Okay, it was good. Appreciate you for liking the video. Listen, like the video, please. That helps us get out a lot more. To more people. Okay. So yeah, like I said before, I got stuck on that Bitcoin mining machine thing. I want to get back into content creation, and I want to get it a little bit more serious, and I want to like expand my range. Usually like I talk about like, doing better for yourself and accomplishing your goals and things of that nature, and little like the different types of conversations that usually aren't found in regular day conversations. I like to talk about that mainly because I think about it a lot. But yeah, I want to keep that. But at the same time, it's like, as I'm ultimately working on myself, I want to incorporate that into my channel. I think where I go wrong with content creation is I stick to like one aspect of my life, and then when I graduate from it, or I feel like I've passed that point, I've already accumulated an audience that's still on it. You know what I mean? And so now I feel like I'm stuck talking about it forever. This is kind of how like where the semen retention thing goes. I've built a lot of my channel from semen retention. And I built a lot of my channel from semen retention, and then I just like nonstop talked about it to the point where I felt like I was saying the same thing over and over and over again. And I was. And it's very helpful because when you learn something, it's repetition. Brian Thomas, what's up, bro? You good, fam? I hear you working while listening in. I appreciate you, bro. I appreciate you. Yeah, Brian Thomas has been with me for a long time, man, and I really appreciate him here. But yeah, man, I know some of you guys be listening to me at work, so I'm going to try to keep this as entertaining as possible. But, this is just a chill session. I'm letting you guys know what's going to go on next. You guys, I don't know if you guys can hear the stuff in the background or anything, but like I say in my previous videos, these walls are like incredibly thin. I don't mind it. I actually kind of like it, but at the same time, it's like I understand how like the microphone quality picks up on everything. And I don't have like the $400 microphone I do at the crib. I have my travel mic here, the Blue Yeti. I don't know if you guys can see that, the Blue Yeti. Bro, this Blue Yeti microphone is a beast. I've had this Blue Yeti, I want to say for like a smooth 8 years. It's been a minute since I've had this microphone. I highly like. I don't usually like pump products to you guys or anything, but one thing. I'm gonna give you two right here. One, this Blue Yeti microphone, not the Snowball. It's just like a regular microphone. This microphone thing is like $100 at the time. This thing is a beast. Travels with me everywhere. I've had this thing for a while. The mic quality, as you guys can hear, is great. I do have this microphone cover on it, but you know, if you spend like anywhere from $5 to $25, like giving like the protection and the pop filter, great starter mic. That and these headphones, I can't even. Oh, okay. It's the One Audio. I don't know if you guys can see that. Hold on, let me put my flashlight on it. I don't know if you. Oh, pause. Chill. There it is. It's like One Audio, bro. I swear by these headphones. It's actually a very sad day because today I was doing my workout and I used these headphones. Right. This is the same pair, by the way. It's like the same company, but like a little different. Like an upgraded version. But these headphones, again, I've had these headphones for like 6 years, something like that. Headphones are a beast. These are the single greatest headphones I have ever owned in my life. Point blank, period. Listen, let me go right. You think that this was a free advertising for them, but no, bro, this is real. They have like this audio jack, and the audio jack is for, like, if you get into like streaming or you get into music, you have to have, there's like I don't know how to, I think it's called an XLR port. If you're a musician, you know what I'm talking about. But the mic, it has a different type of, what do they call them? A different type of, what do they call those things? Like a jack. You guys know what I'm talking about? The regular ones, like these headphones, is like 3.5 millimeters, which is like the small one. But this one takes like the bigger one. So it has the option for the bigger one, and on the opposite side, it has the options for the smaller one. Not only that, but the battery life on these is insane. When I say insane, I'm talking about, I charge those things once every like month and a half. And again, I'm using them like, I use it for like the gym, and then I use it for the gym. I use it for like going out. I use it for a long time. Let's just say that. And they turn themselves off if you're not using it. Bro, I swear by those headphones. It's so good. It's so good. This is what I'm saying. I bought another pair. I tried the upgraded pair. But to be honest, this pair, I like the other pair better. So I'm gonna downgrade and go with those. And the best part is, bro, guess how much these cost, right? You might be thinking like, oh, bro, $200, oh, $150, bro, maybe even $100, bro. This thing was $40. $40, bro, and they just died on me today. Very sad about it. And I've had them for like 6 years. Crazy great crazy great headphones. All right, so let's go ahead and go into the topic of the discussion, I guess. So what I wanted to do, like I was telling you guys earlier, was just kind of get more into content creation, and so I want to build out a PC. That's why I'm on this electronics store. So the first thing is, okay, ChatGPT. I want to build a streaming PC. Give me a list of computer components. I spelled that wrong. That I would need that I would need. I want two budgets. I want a budget list and a performance list. Let's say that. Performance list. Let's see what it gives me. Okay. So let's just go ahead and build this out from scratch. I want to say this store, if I'm telling it that I'm building a PC, laptop, I think it just automatically does that list for me. So we'll see. Okay, there we go. Use AI to help you build your PC. So, bro, I want one of like the cool ones. Have you guys seen those computers where it's like they're see-through and they light up and they got like you can see like the electricity. I'm sure it's fake, but it's like you see like the electricity going into them. Those look dope to me. All right, so let's see what we need. Select your custom PC. Oh, so it has it everything right here. Okay, so let's go with the CPU. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I have no idea what I'm doing when it comes to this stuff. So it's like, I just want to make sure that I have everything. Cause it's like, what am I trying to do? I'm trying to stream. I'm trying to edit, and I'm trying to maybe even play a game or two. You know, like I said, when I get into this thing, I don't plan on streaming for like 8 hours a day, like these guys are doing. Not at all. But you know, an hour, maybe 2 hours, 3 hours, like I used to do. I think that sounds pretty reasonable, right? And so now I need to know which kind of which kind. Oh, he already put it here. Let me see. CPU processor performance: AMD Ryzen 7 7800X3D, 8 cores, 16 threads, optimized for gaming and streaming. Price $450. Okay. What's the other one? CPU processor $200, 5. So meet me in the middle. What do I got? What do I got? What do I got? What do I got? Let's talk about CPUs. I know nothing about CPUs. CPU processor. What kind of CPUs do I need for streaming and gaming? Give me a list of 5. All right, let's see what we got. Best budget option, greatest single thread for streaming, 1080p or 1440p, ideal for streaming at FPS. That sounds good to me. Huh? All right, i5, great for streaming at 1080p, 1440 and 4K. So Ryzen 7 5800. How much is that? Ryzen 7 5800. Ryzen 7. Did I pass it? Let me just type it in. AMD Ryzen. Was it 7 5800? 58. Let's see what we get. Okay. $208. Let's go ahead and select that. Cool. All right, motherboard. Let me see if you guys are saying anything in the chat. My man, where you been? What's up, bro? How you been, man? Look at NVIDIA. I think they have the best stuff. Oh, shit. I hope you guys couldn't hear that. I hope that wasn't too loud. Look at NVIDIA. I think they have the best stuff. Oh, okay. That I've heard that too. But do they sell? I thought NVIDIA was only for like GPUs. Do they sell all the other stuff too, or no? Right now, I think I'm on Newegg, which is like a marketplace, kind of like Amazon, but just for electronics and stuff. But yeah, man, where I've been at, I've been reflecting, man. I've been in the cave under a waterfall, meditating. Not really, but you guys get what I'm saying. All right, let's get back into this thing. Okay, so we have the thing now. We have the motherboard. Okay, here we go. Let's say this. All right, I chose number 3. What's the? Actually, no. Again. Give me a list of 5 compatible motherboards that will help with our mission. All right, let's see. Wait, what was this? Cores, threads. I don't know what that is. Is this the one I have? 6 cores, 8 cores, 12 cores. All right, let's see. Asus ROG Strix blah 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 gaming Wi-Fi 6 key features faster Why choose it? Excellent value for Wi-Fi, high quality components, good power delivery, overclocking, multitasking, solid performance both gaming and streaming, good set for premium features, gigabyte. Let me see. Great mid-range, solid VRMs and Wi-Fi for smooth gaming and streaming experience at a good price. Durability, stability. The board is great. Long gaming session. Heavy multitasking like streaming. I like that. Okay. Heavy multitasking. If you're building a smaller PC, no, I'm not. Okay. Let's see. Wi-Fi, yes. PCIe 4.0, yes. Power phases. Solid mid-range RGB. Premium features. Gaming, Wi-Fi. Let's see. Oh, best for value, best for budget, best for premium features, or clock system. Let's see. Great with the AMD Foundation. Let's see what you guys are talking about. Word. What country you in? I was just classify. I'll tell you when I get back. You know, there's a lot of people who are weird in the world. You know, they come and find you like, what's up, man? I'm like, don't do that. Don't do that. Where'd you just come from, Ara? Are you still seeing women? What does that mean, man? What is, are you still seeing women? I see women everywhere. I see women every day. Ethiopia. You just got back from Ethiopia? I once had a guy make my PC. I think he charged me just under $2,000. Yeah, man, that's the thing. It's like, if this was any other day, I would just buy a PC like outright. I see them on Amazon. They're like maybe $1,200 lower. Depends on the parts that you want to customize it. But I don't know if you guys can hear that. But I've, like I said earlier in the stream, I've built a Bitcoin mining machine, which is essentially just building a computer. And it's actually not hard at all. And I actually enjoyed the process. And so I'm like, I would buy all the parts and maybe I would even stream it with you guys and then we just build it together. I'm telling you, like start to finish, it'll probably take you less than an hour. Yeah, less than an hour. I think the difficult part is like installing Windows and going to your, what do they call it? I forgot what it was called. But it's like when your computer like boots on, you click a button, I think it's like F4 or something like that, and then it takes you to this, I guess the settings. I don't know how to tell you. But it was actually very simple. And so I was like, you know what? there's just something, I don't know, guys, it's like this masculine urge to where, you guys ever built something from scratch? You know what I mean? Like maybe your mom or somebody got a table and they asked you to build it and you build it up from nothing. I love that process, man. I love the process of building it and like going through it, and then just like when it's done, you're just like, yeah, like I built that. You know what I mean? So yeah. All right, let me see. Are you still talking with women? I don't know, like talking how? I talk to women all the time. You're like very vague with this stuff, man. It's like, do you see women? Yeah, I see them all the time. Do you talk to them? Yeah, I talk to women all the time. Is the setup hard to do? No, man, it's not. It's like one of those things. Now, of course, I can't do it from memory. I like watch a video of like how to put a PC together. But I get like, bro, go look it up like way after this video. Look up how to do it. It's not hard at all. It's literally just like connecting pieces, screw a couple things in, connect this, put the case on, and you're done. You know? All right, let me see. It's expensive though, and you got to use it. That I bought sitting collecting dust. You don't use your computer? What are you using it for? That's the thing, is like, I think I want to use it for streaming. Like I just want to, like I'm thinking about like if I want to expand like my range. Like most of the times I talk to you guys about like, you know, like dominating your year, being the best version of yourself. And there is time for that. But at the same time, I also know like I'm a human being. And so there's also time where we can relax, and maybe I want to get more like connected to my community, or at least start to build one. And I know that some of the options, you know, like have movie night or something like that, or maybe even play a couple games together. Who knows? But yeah, I think it's pretty cool. Let me see. Oh, you're a Mac guy. I'm not a Mac guy, bro. I love the compatibility, like iPhone connects to your iPad, connects to your Mac. I love that. I love all of that. But no, bro, I'm not a Mac guy at all. Are they friend zone you? I don't know what that means. Portable. It's portable. It's portable. Anyways, but yeah, I think that's the only downside, because as you guys know, I travel. And so it's like I can't bring my whole setup with me. And I've seen gaming laptops, and I'm like, I'm not really a fan of that. They're like really big, they're bulky, they're hot, you know. I'm like, I think it's like the time between my travels, That's when I'll use the setup, and then when I travel, I'll do like this setup right here where I got my laptop. You know, my laptop, my thing. I have this light right here, but it's dead, so I'm charging it right now. But you guys get what I'm saying. Okay, so let's go into this. Smaller build provides excellent performance for streaming and gaming. It's a great pick if you plan to push to its limits. Bro, I'm just trying to stream and game, bro. I just want to make sure it's good. Excellent setup, features Wi-Fi, solid power for the. Okay, where are the price ranges at? So anywhere from like a little under $300. Gaming durability, and okay, which one? Let me say this because I also want to edit on it too. Which are good for handling editing, like what's it, CapCut, which I hope doesn't go away with the TikTok ban, and Premiere Pro. You guys know that? You guys know CapCut? TikTok, was it ByteDance owns TikTok, but they also own CapCut. If you're a content creator, you know CapCut's like really great. But yeah, they're owned by the same company. So I wonder if they're going to ban that too. Okay, let me see. What's your good for editing? Okay, for handling video editing, I can't go to video. You want a motherboard that supports powerful CPUs. Those are AMD support, like PC. Video editing software can demand both CPU and RAM. It's crucial for a motherboard that can handle heavy tasking and large video files. Since AMD is a powerful CPU with 8 core 16 threads, it's great for video and below and motherboards. Okay. And they usually have a table. Okay, awesome. Let's see. Excellent power delivery, premium features, solid durability over compact. Which one do you guys think? I think I'm just going to pick one, to be honest with you. Just kind of pick one and throw it in there and then hope for the best. All right, let me see if you guys are talking. Got the chat lighting it up. Shout out Ara, keeping the chat going. All right, Macs are portable, PCs are not. I feel you. Are you like a Mac laptop guy? Because I've seen like the Mac like desktops. I really love like how they look and the aesthetics of them. I could be wrong again. I'm not a PC guy. Yeah, me neither, bro. There are so many portable PCs. I would assume you mean Intel PC. I don't know if you're talking to me, player 001. Welcome in, by the way. But yeah, guys, that's the thing. It's like the PC that I'm building now, or I want to build when I get back, is I want to use that for like my home streaming setup. I already have a streaming setup, and to be honest, nah. I have a streaming setup, but at the same time, the actual tower is outdated, right? So it needs, I don't know what it needs, but I want to build it out from scratch. If I'm being completely honest, I probably could take the PC, take it to a guy, and then say, hey, I'm trying to do this, this, and this. And he'll say, oh, bro, just upgrade this and this, and you'll be all right. But I want like the whole suite build. You guys seen those builds? Actually, let me show some. Let me show some. Bro, I've been seeing some builds. Cool PC builds. BUILDS. I want like the see-through Johns. Oh, no, not the... Yeah, okay, well, these are a little overboard. Something like this with less rainbow. Maybe even something, I think that's literally the same thing. Something like that. Let me see. Yeah, I want like the see-through. Bro, I've been seeing people like, they have like the see-through thing. The cables are like, what is it? How do I say? Maybe not like this. Like the cables are they RGB? Is that what they called? Basically, it shows like the power transferring from one cable to another. I think that's dope. What else? Well, something like this with less. What is with them in rainbows? But it's like that. You guys see how like the color shifts through? I wonder if there's any videos on it. Yeah, something like that. I love the clean aesthetic, bro. I love that. But yeah, something like that. I want to build something like that. So I wonder if like I'm kind of just slapping things together right now. I wonder if I actually have to have specific things for that, or are these things like just cases that you kind of slap over it, you know? Anyway, yeah, welcome to the stream, guys. Like the video if you haven't already. I really appreciate that coming on in. And like I said, I want to start streaming more. I'm gonna shoot for, and please give me some time to actually implement this. But I want to stream for like either 1 to 2 hours. I want to say a day. I do. I really want to say a day. But at the same time, it's like I need things to do. You know what I mean? It's like I can't just come on here and doing the same thing over and over again. I want to, like, yes, we're going to chill. Yes, we want to talk, maybe watch some videos or something. But I actually want to, like, get on here, have the time with you guys, chill, do our thing, and then just kind of hop off. And at the same time, I also want to make content at the same time. So I really want to do a lot more this year without overloading myself. You know what I mean? But I really, like, ever since the beginning of the year, it could be like this New Year's resolution energy. You guys know how that goes, where it's like I feel like I really want to get like deeper into content creation. But not only that, man, it's like deeper into just doing better for myself. One of the things that I won't say I struggle with, but it's like when you set goals for yourself and then you're going through it and you're going through it and you're going through it, you have to become like this person in order to complete those goals, right? But it's like, at what point do you have to do that all over again and become a completely different person? Does that make sense? So that's kind of what I'm going through. It's like I built who I am to the point now where it's like, okay, now I feel like it's like I can go even farther. I can stretch myself even more. I could be more of myself. And in different areas of my life, I'm noticing this happen. And so it's like, okay, yeah, there's really two options. And I've been feeling this over the past like time of reflection, where it's like you can settle, quote unquote, which I don't really think is a bad thing, but it's like you can settle, or you can, use your youth while you have it and really keep trucking on, really keep doing your thing. And I really want to get into that because, like I said, ever since I've passed like 25, I felt a huge shift in my like behaviors, the things that I care about. Maybe it's I realize my mortality. Maybe my testosterone is doing whatever it does. But like I'm caring more about like being an adult. You know what I mean? Like I don't have these crazy dreams. I don't have like, I'm not trying to make $1 billion. I'm not trying to make $1 billion. I'm not trying to do like anything like this, like insane. But I do want to like take care of myself and prepare for like my future family and take relationships a lot more seriously. You know what I mean? And I think that it's like that's what I really want to build like my brand on. It's just being like not a better person, but it's just like one, going after your goals in life, obviously, but two, it's like doing it in a way that it's not a big deal. I think that's what it is. It's like for my youth, my youth. But it's like one of my younger years always felt like, you guys know, like the chip on your shoulder, the underdog. You're watching like anime or these hero movies and you feel like you have to prove yourself to people and you have to like, you have to grind mode and like all this other stuff. But now, bro, it's like I don't, like the outside world doesn't motivate me anymore. So it's like I'm at the point now where it's like the only opinions that I really care about are myself and the people, my community that's around me, because I know that my community also wants the best for themselves. And so that's kind of where I'm at. And so it's like a part of that comes with like, taking like your, just being, it's not about like, oh, I have this motivation to like get in shape. It's like, bro, I'm 29. I should be in shape. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not something that I have to like crush myself. Like, oh, you got to make sure that you're in the gym lifting 500 pounds. I'm like, bro, I just don't want to be like a fat sack of shit. Like, let's be honest. I want to be sexy to my partner. I want to be able to walk into a room and like my body is like really great. You know what I mean? I want to be able to take care of my health. I want to make sure that my hormones are balanced. I want to make sure that I live like a good quality of life. And it's not just health, right? If you guys have watched like my past videos, I talk about like, I broke it down. It's like my health, it's like the money that I make, the relationships that I'm in, the purpose that I give myself. It's like I want to take it from like I gotta do it to like, it's like, okay, like bro, like in my mind it's like, bro, like grow up. You know what I mean? It's like it's like, okay, like I get it, but like at the same time it's like, bro, I don't have to play Eye of the Tiger while I eat my eggs and rice. You know what I mean? It's like, bro, just like it's like just eat, like just hit your macros, and I think that kind of it's sticking with me. Like I like it a lot because it makes me feel like I'm growing up. All right, let me see. There are so many portable PC. You use VAs to push out content. No, Brian, and bro, that's the thing. It's like I need to get a. That's the thing that I think is really getting to me is that I just need to take the level of seriousness in my life and just bump it up. You know what I mean? I need to start reading managing books. You know, because there's no reason that I should be doing all of my content by myself. You know, and so that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. It's like I want to have a steady a posting schedule, so when I get paid from YouTube, I could just, instead of using that money for my personal life and doing whatever, I want to use that money to like expand on the business that is this channel, you know, or just the content creation as a whole. And I should be using VAs or at least an editor, you know. Okay, I know you're in Asia because you said you're eating rice. Nah, bro, I'm not in Asia, bro. I'm not in Asia. But that's the thing. It's like, I was thinking about going to like different Asian countries. I really don't think they rock with the kid, bro. I just don't think they do. I just don't think they do. And it's like, I don't want to go somewhere where I feel like I'm not, how do I say this? I don't want to go somewhere where I feel like I'm not desired, if that makes any sense. Now, I don't have to be like, you know, girls falling out of the street for me, like, oh my God. But like, at the same time, it's like, I don't want to have like negative stereotypes against, like, you, like working against me. That's kind of my thing. I just want to go down the path of least resistance. Well, let me get back to this. I've been yapping, bro. All right, so we have the motherboard. Let's choose between, okay, this one, power phases, da-da-da. Okay, wait, excellent power delivery, dual, I don't know what that means, solid value, dually power for overclocking. I don't overclock. PC, good for power delivering, good power delivering for editing. Okay, best for editing, best for value editing, connect option. Which is best for streaming and editing if you could only pick two? All right, let's see what we got. Power, wait, whoa. Focus on criteria, power delivery, future proofing, Tomahawk Wi-Fi, Ace Tough Gaming. Which one? This one is a little bit cheaper. Durability with PCI rendering and streaming. Fat streaming, great for gaming and streaming with fast storage and stability. I like stability. Let's go with the MSI Mag X570 Tomahawk. MSI Mag. Let's see what we got here. MSI Mag. What's it called? X what? X570. X570. Search. But where do you guys want to go? You guys still interested in traveling? Where do you guys want to go next, or hoping to go next? Okay, MSI Mag X570 Tomahawk AMD. Let me see which one it was. It didn't tell me which one. Damn. Where did these prices come from? Okay, let's do the other one. Let's see the other one. I don't know why I just didn't do that in the first place. I could have copied and pasted this the whole time. Search within, paste. And these things are $300. 235 cabinets to their build list. All right, we'll just use this one. All right, memory. I am a... Wait, what is this? Is this random? Is this RAM? Like random access memory? No, that's storage. Okay, so yeah, this is RAM. All right. I want to say 16 is enough. This one's RGB. This one's $50. CAS latency. I don't know what that is. You got to be careful, man. You buy something because it's RGB, and then now they focused on the RGB and didn't even focus on the product. And now you have a crap product. All right, what's this? Corsair, Vengeance, LBX model. Let me see what you guys are talking about. You guys talking about anything? All right. Okay. gray, black. I wonder if they have anything in white. Nah. I wanted like a white PC build, or a white or a black, you know. But I think as long as it's see-through and it has like some color, I think it's dope. So let's go. Where is this one? DDR4. Let's go with that. All right. Video cards. Now I want to say that for video cards, I don't have to go crazy with these. You know, let me just ask ChatGPT. Anyways, which GPUs would you recommend? Which GPUs would you recommend? Give me a list of 5. But yeah, guys, do you guys ever get those feelings? Like, I know it's like the stereotypical cliche of like, you know, it's 3 a.m. and you really want to change your life and do all these other things. But I'm kind of a little bit, hold on. Everybody and their mom wants to drive trucks today. But no, it just feels like that I'm past the point of like wanting to change everything or wanting to do better or wanting to go to that next level. And I'm at the point where it's just like, I'm ready to do the work, you know? And it's like, okay, like I'm at the point now where it's like, I don't want to be like, oh, I'm about to do it. I just kind of want to do it. And then just like stop complaining about it, you know? And when I'm in that mode, when I'm in that mindset, it's like, it's not hard, you know? It's like all the excuses that I've had, they're very easy to overcome because there isn't really an excuse. You know what I mean? It's like working out. I don't know how many days, I've just gotten up and worked out. Like, and it wasn't even like there's no resistance. There's no, like, I don't feel like it. It's just like, what's stopping me from putting in anywhere from an hour to an hour and a half to work out? You know, sometimes less, sometimes more. But it's like that shouldn't, like, why is that even a big deal? You know what I mean? Okay, let me see what we got. NVIDIA 3060 Ti, best value for editing and streaming, top tier performance. What's that, a 3080? I thought I just saw a 3080. Oh, that's a 3060. Let's do 3080s. Let's see what they're rocking with. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at in life. It's like, these things shouldn't be hard. And if you watched my last video, I talked about the importance of like your mentality and things that you believe. It's like, that's important. That $1,000. Are you drunk? What the sad thing is, it's like, I think I paid this much when I was building my Bitcoin mining machine. I should have kept those GPUs. I sold them off. But anyways, let me see. 30. I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm not paying that much for that. Not for, like, I don't think the quality is that damn good where I have to drop that much on it. Okay, great for high-end editing. Okay, let's do 3070s. Yeah, man. But what do you guys kind of going through? You guys gonna let me know? You guys gonna be vulnerable and share what you guys are going through? Let me see. No. All right, like the stream if you haven't already. Appreciate that. Let's get back to this build. All right, 3070. Yeah, but which one's which? Memory. They have a 16 gig. 30 Ti graphics card, GDDR, RGB lighting. I kind of like this one. $419. But is it good? Is it good? NVIDIA, GPU, GeForce, O2 graphics, V card. Let me see. NVIDIA cores, HDD, memory interface. Triple fans, thermal power, watt storage, PCSU. Oh, 750. All right. I want to say this 30. What the review's talking about. Shortly after installing the car, I began to receive contract the service. Does it all it needs to do for a bit cheaper. Cons, can't control the onboard RGB. Oh, that does suck. Best thing I could get, the wife. Only downside is you can hear the fans going. Not a fan of that either. I don't think you guys want to be hearing that. I'm gonna throw it in there anyway, just so we can move on with this. I'm kind of over this already. Like, I want to get over. I want to just keep going. I want to talk about the next topic. All right, I want a see-through case. This case is what? How much? Oh, I don't know why I haven't. Oh, there it is. Okay. No. What was that other one I saw up here? All white chamber, tempered glass, a whole bunch of stuff I don't really care about. Looks, cable management, airflow. Can't use a regular GPU support unless your GPU is extra long because of the bottom fans. Need to use one screw with the fans. Looks great. Let's go to the next page. Yeah, I want one of those. Like, I just want something that's see-through. This looks like the same thing, if I'm being honest with you. That looks dope. Oh, that looks rad. Yeah, see, I like this. But the real question is, like, what is this thing? What is that? Oh, that's the cooling system, huh? Oh, interesting. Oh, wow, the black looks great. Hold on, so let's go here, and then black, white. Wait, what is that for? Ah, okay, I see. Which one do you guys think, the black or the white one? Oh, this has RGB. Wait, flow RGB black? What does that mean, though? Does that mean that I can change its color? Because that would be pretty cool. I'm just going to slap this in there. It's not like I'm actually going to, like, buy this right now. I'm already at a band. Yeah, man, I might take you guys' advice. I might just get a pre-built one and just upgrade what I need to upgrade. They said 750 power thing was good. Cold Air Series 1000 watt. I feel like I don't need 1,000 watts. But I do like the white color on that. 850. See, I like that one. Let's do that one. Boom. All right. Storage. I need 2 terabytes. Hard drive, HDD. I forgot which one was which. 1 terabyte, 2 terabytes. These are all on back order. Oh, the SSD is like the little card, huh? 4 terabytes, 8 terabytes. Why are these on back order? I'm going crazy. Let me get the 8 terabytes. That's something that as I get older, I'm realizing is important. Freaking memory. I have a 256 gigabyte iPhone, and I'm already at the brink of it. I've had to buy a separate, I want to say it's either 2 terabytes or 8 terabytes, like backup storage because of all the videos that I have. I think I have like 45 something gigabytes left here. Water cooler kit. That sounds dope. And oh, you actually have to install that with the fan, huh? I like how it comes with lights and everything. All right, let's go back. Let's see. Fans and heat sink. Ah, yeah, I remember this. I wanted one of those things where it's like, I think it is the water cooler kit. Because it has like an animated, it's like an animated thing on it. I've seen people customize theirs, which I thought was pretty cool. But this is like a whole separate This just lets me know that I have to actually take this, not even take it seriously, but I have to do a lot more research. I can't just slap things together, you know, especially if I want to get the PC build that I want. And at the same time, it's like, yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I'm kind of just doing this for fun right now. My computer case is going to be white, so I want these to be white as well. I'm not paying $300. Wait, let me see. Oh, that's the one that has like the temperature thing on it too, huh? Yeah, I'm not gonna throw that. I'm not spending 300 bands on that. $300 on that. That's crazy. Especially since I think it's mainly for me. I think it's mainly just for show. Like, I think it's just cool to look at. I don't think it's actually optimal. You know what I mean? All right, let me see. You guys are talking about. Good afternoon. First time on your stream and first time finding a video of yours a moment ago. What's up, bro? Water cooler kit looks amazing. That's what I'm saying. Right? It looks dope. Yeah, man. Which video did you watch? I need to start making a lot more videos. But yeah, they look. Oh, whoops. They look really dope. I don't want to. Oh, these are like. They really charge you for like the cool stuff, huh? That's $300. I'm not doing that. I'll do this one. This one looks pretty dope. So let's add that to it. All right. Operating system. Can't you pirate operating systems? Doesn't matter. Microsoft Windows. Shoot. Give me the 10. No, I'm kidding. I think I have an extra one of these. Now that I'm actually kind of thinking about it. All right. Microsoft Windows 11. Homebit DVD, crazy. Give me the USB. What am I, 75? All right, USB, and then all the accessories. I already have a keyboard. I have a light-up keyboard. I actually need a mouse though. I guess a gaming mouse. You guys know anything about gaming mice? I don't think I'm into this. Whatever this is, I don't think I need any of that. Let's just go with the. I mean, this looks dope. Let's just go with this. Boom. And then what else? Add additional. Gaming mice. What's a thermal compound? Oh, that's for like the processor, I believe. BR headset, external speaker. Oh, I do need. No, I don't, because I have headphones. Computer glass, tools, gaming desk, wireless adapters. Ooh, a gaming chair. I might need one of those. Let's do not keyboards. What am I looking for? Gaming headsets. Everybody needs a good gaming headset. When I was in high school, bro, Turtle Beaches were like the thing. Like, you had to have Turtle Beaches. That's what like every like Call of Duty gamer used was Turtle Beaches. You know, all the pro players, they had like the turtle. Anyways, I wanted Turtle Beaches so bad. Did I ever get them? I don't think I ever got them. I think I got like I think I did get them, but it was like one of the cheapest ones. But still, dude, everybody, if you know, bro. Turtle Beaches were the stuff. All right, where's the? I don't really want to go. I don't really have to go anything crazy with this, you know. I've seen some girls. They have like the little ears or whatever. Can't lie. I'm into it. Can't lie. All right, that's okay. Oh, is this wireless? I like the idea of wireless, but I'm a wired guy all day. Simply because I just feel like it doesn't fail you. 22-hour bat. Oh, and that's another thing. It's a battery. This is dope. I'm gonna go with this. Let me see. Yeah. Okay. All right. So mouse, headset, keyboard. What am I missing? Anything, you guys? Do you guys think I'm missing anything? Let me see what y'all are talking about. While once you start, you can never stop. Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, that one's doing a little bit better than the rest of them. But yeah, that was a very insightful video. And like I said, like I mean, you're new to the channel, but like, bro, I usually don't pump out like 30-minute, 45-minute videos. I told you guys, like during the winter months, I'm just like in this reflective mode. You know what I mean? And this is like the type of stuff that I like go down rabbit holes and I think about, and I not change my psyche, but I update it, you know? And so I bring you guys down with that sometimes to see if that interests you. I know these are very like niche concepts, which is why these videos are getting like under 200 views. But again, I'm in this mode. I'm just putting it out. All right, let me see. My snap, my brother MD, what's up, bro? Tackman, what's up, bro? It's been a hot minute. What's up, bro? It's not bad. Good like-minded knowledge. Appreciate that, man. But yeah, there's a lot of sometimes I get in these modes where I really want to talk about these deep things, because I know like it's like if you're smidge interested in that, it's very difficult to find people who talk about it like that. And usually, especially from a content creator's point of view, you can't say everything that you believe, right? You kind of have to PC. One, either for YouTube, or two, like for your audience. You know what I mean? Because some people just can't handle certain types of information. But I'm at the point now where it's like, I'm just kind of throwing them out there. And then later on, it's like, okay, we come back to like the thing that I know everybody responds well to. YouTube stopped sending me a notification for your channel for whatever reason it is. I think it's just because I'm not active. I think that's what it usually happens. Like the first video I come back, usually they're not that many people. But if I keep making videos, they send it more and more and more out to my audience. YouTube, a lot of social media platforms actually, they don't reward breaks, like tolerance breaks. Now again, it's like there are some YouTubers out there, they're just, I don't know what it is. They may have a machine behind them. YouTube loves them. They could disappear for months and they come back with a video and it's like they never left. But for the average content creator, bro, it's like if you're not posting frequently, your channel is going to get hurt. But it's okay, because it's like as long as if you get back into the groove of things, then things get better and better and better. All right. Grease. ASUS is good. Yeah, same when I was in high school as well. The Turtle Beaches Triton headsets were the best. Oh, Triton, yeah. Were the best at the time, and Logica was the cheapest, and broke shocked easily. Yeah, what did they say? It's like the main diss was like what did they say? Like you're on McDonald's Wi-Fi or like your McDonald's headset, because like the thing would be like all staticky or whatnot. Yeah, man, that's hilarious. I miss gaming, bro. It's like as I get older, it's like I don't really. It's not that important, but now that I'm like in the phase where I'm being a lot more disciplined, I think I can fit in gaming into my life. And how I look at it now, it's like it's mainly like just to get closer to you guys, you know. It's like I have my life, and then whenever I decide to stream for either 1 to 3 hours, it's gonna be after I've already completed all the things for my day, and I'm just kind of looking to chill. And I think who doesn't like playing games, you know what I mean, with the bros. So things like that. So some live streams, we'll go around the world like we usually do. We'll look up like different niche topics that most people don't do about, but game. And then I really want to focus on topics that more so like you can benefit from. There's two types of content, right? Or not, there's a lot of types of content, but as far as there's content that is designed to get eyeballs. These are usually like more like mainstream conversations, mainstream videos, things like that. And then there's very niche. And for the longest time, I've been very niche, only because it's like I feel like those are the topics that people want to hear, or at least those are the topics that help people. You know what I mean? But I want to find like a good balance between each, where it's like, yes, it's a little niche because I want to build a community of just like-minded individuals, but at the same time, it's like it's not too niche to where it's like you know what I mean, and it's not too like mainstream to where it's like I'm like another person pumping out mainstream content. You know what I mean? I actually want to like build more of a community, and I think over the long run this will be good. So yeah, guys. Okay, so we've built the PC. The PC is, I think in total, It was like 1,800. Let me see. $1,842. I thought it was going to be a lot less than that. I think it's going to be if I just take the route of just buying a PC and then like an already built one or pre-built one, and then just upgrading what I need to. Because, you know, it's a game and to stream, I don't think I need like the best of the best stuff. I really don't. I think it's just, I need something that just gets the job done. And it makes sure like I'm telling you, I think it's the same truck going back and forth, back and forth. But yeah, like I don't need all the fancy stuff. I just need something that, you know, it works on my end and it's a good viewing experience for you guys. All right, so let me see what y'all are talking about. Right, it's always good to balance out short arm content, commentaries, vlogs, lessons, long. Oh, you're saying long form content. 1 to 2 hour live stream shows, Q&As, reaction, live gameplay, walkthroughs, shorts, main points. I think you're right about that, and that's where it's kind of like I'm at the point right now where it's like, you know, the type of videos that I've been pumping out, they're mainly like it's I call it like intellectual entertainment, right? I wouldn't even call it that. It's just like, again, I'm taking you guys down like a mode of thought that I'm having personally that I use to like update how I view the world and how I see things. And, you know, if that sparks curiosity in your mind to where you want to do the same thing, or, you know, maybe you just like listening to information like that, that's cool. But yeah, but my original content and the ones that I'm going to stick more to is just like, here's a problem, here's a solution, here's like a 10 minutes, like describing the problem, fixing the problem, and then boom, you know what I mean? I think that's a great format. But yeah, like live stream content, I want to do more of this because, again, bro, I know some of you guys right now are at work and you just got me in your ears, or you're driving, or you're doing something, and this is just like, it's better than listening to music, or it's better than just listening to nonsense. And I was the same, bro. When I was working those 60 hours a week, I would pray that my my favorite content creators, or at least people who I enjoyed listening to, would have a live stream or have like a long video to where I could just slap on and then just like, you know, I'm getting something from it. You know, I'm being entertained while this long shift is going on. So I really want to provide that experience. So yeah, to get the best out of your skill set with content creation by working smarter than harder. And I feel that, bro. But and here's the thing that, again, it's like, and maybe this needs to change. Let me know what you guys think. I don't like, for me, I'm not into the skill of content creating. Does that sound bad? It's like, I'm not trying to like pump out movie quality Michael Bay type vlogs. You know what I mean? Where I'm doing this cool new editing trick or anything else. Most of my videos are very low, not even low budget. They're like low. I can't even say low budget because I've already put too much money into the game. But like, as far as like skill set, you know, I'm not that good at storytelling. I mean, at least I don't think so, or at least not enough to where the mainstream likes it. But you know, I do what I can. I don't think I can edit. I can do these things. Any content creator will tell you that editing is the worst part of this whole journey. It takes freaking forever. And then the worst part is it could take you like 12 hours to do something, and then you post it and the video flops. Probably one of the worst things that could happen to you, especially if you actually like the video, right? But I don't really edit. I clean up my voice sometimes, you know, but as far as that, like, I'm not like doing like these welcome to my life, guys, and showing you all this other stuff and music in the background and well timed, and it gets deep. I don't really do any of that stuff. It's kind of like right now, it's like, here I am, I have my mic here, I have a light here, but it's dead. I wonder if it's like, it's charged a little bit. Let me see. Oh, ooh, little bright. Yeah, I have a light here. And then, you know, I have my webcam. So it's like, I invest into the craft, but I don't, like, I'm not an editor. I can edit, but I'm not an editor. You know, I don't know. What do you guys kind of think about that? Or if you have any thoughts about it. But yeah, I'm just kind of here with like, yo, here's some useful information. You could use it to change your life. Here's some other people who've used it to change their lives. And then, you know, go on with your day. I look at myself more as a, not a wanderer, but like I don't know how to say this. I'm struggling to articulate myself. But essentially it's just like, you know, you know that if you talk to me, there's going to be something useful that comes out of it. You know what I mean? It's not like we're just chatting to chat. And there's a time and a place for that, definitely. But it's like for me, in order for me to have these type of conversations, I feel like I have to give some sort of value. I'm not really a fan of just kind of sitting here and talking about nothing, you know. But who knows? Maybe that'll change. Because that's what I'm learning too. It's like I'm learning right now. Like I was hanging out with this person and their family. I went over their house. They were having like some special thing for New Year's, and I was going over their house, and you know, we were just kind of chilling. And it was like I've had this thing that I have to work on for a while where I can just be with people and just like chill, you know, just relax. You know, you don't have to think about anything. There doesn't have to be a real purpose for it. You just kind of chill and enjoy, you know, being alive, having their company and things of that nature. And I have problems with that because I always feel like, and again, this was like years ago where I felt like I need to be doing something. You know what I mean? I need to be like more productive, or I need to be finishing this, or I need to be, because the one thing that I hate is like talking about meaningless stuff, and I could have been doing something that was more productive. And I'm starting to realize now that it's like maybe it's just because I wasn't doing enough already. Where it's like, you know, maybe I didn't do anything for the whole day, and then I go hang out with somebody or their family or whatever, and then now I'm like, oh, I could do this, well, I could do this. And it's like, yeah, but if I already got up in the morning, worked out, went to work or whatever to get more money, make content, do this, and then at the end of my day, go do that, I think it'll be a lot better. And so I'm kind of getting good with that, and I kind of want to use this as like an outlet for that. Where it's like, yeah, there's relationship time, but I need to learn that it's like, bro, just chill, you know, just like relax. You don't have to feel like you have to do something, like you have to be more productive, or you have to do this, that, and the third. Like you can just do something and relax, bro. Like you don't have to, you know, like just chill. And so I'm working on that. You guys be patient with me. Okay. Is there anything that you guys want me to like talk about or review? There actually is something that I want to talk about that actually has been grinding my gears lately. And that's crazy because usually I don't let mainstream content get me out my square like this. But let me see. Playboy Max. What was it called? Smoking. Let me see. Oh no! What the heck? What was it? What was his name? TJ. I just want like the quick version. Okay, there's that. Let me see what you guys are saying before we talk about this topic. All right, let me see. Remember, everything starts with a thought. You're off to a great start, but you're clearly nowhere near your peak, which is fantastic since it leaves more room to grow. Surprises for your content. And that's facts, man. Especially, why is the lighting doing this? Let me fix this lighting. But that's facts, man, because it's like, that's where I felt like, at least for this past winter. Hold on, let me do something real quick. That's how I felt like this last winter, where it was like I have kind of accomplished a lot of the things that I wanted to accomplish. All right, I think that's a lot better. Maybe you can see me more. All right. I wanted to accomplish, or I did a lot of the things that wait, why did it change back? Am I tweaking? What's going on? Okay, let me focus on this. Let me try not to like multitask here. Oh, wow. This makes me look horrible. Is there a low light compensation? There is. Okay, I think we're just going to have to be okay with this. Yeah, you guys can see me. All right, so yeah, that's kind of what I've recognized over the past, like, this winter, is that, like, I've done a lot of the major things that I've wanted to do. And it put me in a place where it's like I'm kind of more relaxed. I'm kind of chill. But I look at my life and I'm like, yo, like, okay, like I got more in me, bro. And I know that if I want to go down that path, I have to like go back into this this mode, or at least I thought I had to go back into this mode of like rah, like, oh, you can do it, or oh, the motivation. You guys know what I'm talking about. Where it's like the but like that's where it kind of like shifted. Where it's like, bro, it's like you don't have to do any of that. At this point, you just have to set goals for yourself and then wake up and do the work. Like, it doesn't have to have all this rah. It doesn't have to have all this energy. It doesn't have to have all this underdog story, you know? And I'm glad that you mentioned the whole, like, everything starts with a thought, because I've been policing a lot of my thoughts lately, where it's like, why do you feel like you have to have a ton of energy to do stuff? Why do you feel like you have to be motivated to do stuff? Why do you feel like you have to be in a certain mood or a certain state to do stuff? Why can't we just be disciplined and do the things that we want to do, you know? And I know the reason. The reason is because, one, it's boring and it's not fun and it's not exciting. But at the same time, it's like I'm finding a lot of joy in just doing routine. And I haven't had that for a long time. Not even a long term. I haven't had that ever. Because I always felt like I need to be stimulated intellectually, or like tell myself this story in order for me to like get up and do stuff. And I'm at the point now where it's like, yeah, that's a good method, but for me, this is not like, if you guys do this still, I'm not trying to rag on you, but like for me personally, I feel that that's childish for me. Like, I shouldn't have to be like, oh, bro, you're an underdog, you can squat this and you can do that. I feel like I shouldn't have to do that. Where it's like, bro, it's like, okay, I'm trying to build out, I'm trying to get lower body fat, I'm trying to build out some muscle. It's like, okay, let's hit the gym. You know what I mean? I don't feel like I have to be like, all right, the people in your past are shitting on you. Are you going to take that? Are you going to, like, I don't need to do any of that, bro. I just need to be like, all right, time to go work out. You know what I mean? And I feel like I'm finding a lot of peace in that. And so I'm really expanding that over a lot of different areas of my life. All right, let me see. You sound like you'd be great with giving your honest perspective on big topics through a live show with topics happening around the world. And again, it's like, yo, that's kind of how I feel. Where it's like, I could just be like another talking head because I offer a different perspective. But I just know, me personally, I don't give like mainstream perspective, bro. I give like, I don't know how to put it. So I guess this is a good example right here of something that I saw. If you don't know who this person is, this is a streamer. Personally, I don't watch streamers, but I do, like any of you guys, if you're on TikTok or Instagram, you do see clips. And so yeah, this is what I want to highlight. So I want you guys to see. Let me know if you can hear this. If you guys can hear this, let me know if you can hear it.
I want to smoke.
What's that? Is this right? Yeah.
Oh, what happened? Stop playing the song.
Ladies, hello.
Stop playing the song. What'd you say? Stop playing the song.
Who's
smoking? Who's smoking? Yo, TJ.
What's up? Who the
Yo, this a B&B. You can't smoke in here. This shit gonna go off.
Oh, this shit.
Yeah. I appreciate you though. But yeah.
Yo, say play the song we just made.
Yo, bro. Yo, you can't smoke in here. This shit gonna go off. Like, please. I appreciate you. Can you show them where, like, in the back, they cannot smoke it? I'm gonna download it. Yo, I'm gonna keep it a buck, bro. If niggas smoking here, I'm gonna have to shut this bitch down. Like, this stream done.
Y'all to the back. Backyard.
Like, there's a backyard.
All right. You said you could hear it? Okay, cool. Awesome. So, yeah, essentially what happened is there's a clip. This clip is going around. This guy, he was, like, doing a live stream or whatever, and he's in an Airbnb. And some people, like, I guess they invited some rappers or whatever was happening, and they started smoking, like, in an Airbnb. And he's like, bro, like, you gotta see it. He's like, bro, you can't smoke in here. It's like an Airbnb, right? And then later on, Brody starts smoking again. Like, he starts trying to smoke again. He has to tell Buddy again, like, yo, like you can't smoke in here. Like, start smoking in here. And he says, oh, you could go to the backyard if you're really trying to smoke. And then again, you guys saw it's like a third time where he's like, bro, like stop smoking. And, you know, super long story short, the people end up leaving because I guess they couldn't smoke in there. And I guess they're like famous rappers. I've never heard of them, but they're rappers or whatever. And for me personally, I'm like, yo, that's just basically like disrespect. Like, you don't have to smoke. If I'm in your house, I don't care if it's an Airbnb or not. If I'm in somebody else's place and they tell me not to smoke, I'm not gonna smoke. Because it's like, why is that even like a thing, right? I'm thinking, you know, everybody is sane where we're like, okay, that makes sense. That's just basic levels of respect, right? Well, tell me how I'm looking at people's like comments on stuff, and there are people who are actually on like the rapper side. They're like, bro, he's a rapper, he's gonna smoke. It's like, oh, bro, if you didn't want people to smoke, you shouldn't invite these type of people. And I'm thinking to myself, like, in what world do you grow up? It's like there was no, and here's where I'm thinking, right? Because I know this type of things. It wasn't where, you know, it was the fact that, oh, I couldn't smoke it here. It's like, oh, okay, yeah, my bad, bro. It's none of that. It was the fact that bro said, oh, you can't smoke here, and buddy got offended. You ever have people to where you set boundaries for somebody or you stand your ground and it's not even a disrespectful way, but you do it, and then the person, because you either did it publicly like that, they feel some type of way, and now they have to play like Mr. Tough Guy. It's like, bro, I can't stand those people. I really can't stand those people. Because it's like, in what world is that fine? And the amount of people who are like, bro, you tell me not to smoke in your house. You know, you don't tell me what to do. Who am I? I'm going to smoke anyway. And there was another person that says, go to the backyard. What am I, a dog? I'm not going to do. And I'm thinking like, bro, like this has to be like a drug addict mentality, bro. And listen, I'm not against smoking or drinking, all that other stuff, bro. Do what you want to do as a human being, as a man. But at the same time, it's like, bro, respect the house that you're in. You feel what I'm saying? How are you going to come to me and get mad at me because I'm asking you not to do something? I'm asking you to respect my house. And people act like they did it in a disrespectful way. He just asked you like, bro, you can't smoke, and you're like, don't do that. I just think that's the most insane thing. It was really bothering me because I saw people who were like, yo, like they were taking the opposite stance of that. Of like, oh no, bro, if you not chilling me, I'm leaving. And I was like, bro, like what? Like, what are you talking about? As I start to get older, I'm realizing that there's a huge disconnect of like, not even a disconnect. They're just two different types of people in the world. And of course there could be more types. But what I'm saying is I'm realizing that there are people who are like born with common sense and some people who are not born with common sense. And then there's people who for what, I don't know how else to explain this, but basically it's like whatever, like here's another example. Sometimes I'll be on the internet, like all of us, and I'll get like couples content, right? And the couples content will be so wholesome. Like it'll just be like regular wholesome content. And then you go to the comment section, and the comment section is like doodling on a couple. And I'm like, what is good? Like you, like a man did something great for his girl, right? Or a girl does something great for a man. And then somebody's going to be in the comments like, oh bro, they're still going to cheat. And it's like, where do you, like, what was the point of that? You know what I'm saying? Or it's like, oh bro, they do all this nonsense to pretty much like shit on the content. It ruins my day. I'm going to be real with y'all. It doesn't ruin my whole day, but it ruins the little moment I had where I'm watching it. I'm like, oh, that's nice. And I'll look at the comments because I'm thinking of like, people are going to be like, oh, that's so sweet. Or they'll make joke comments like they'll say, they'll make like joke comments like, that's the worst thing I've ever seen. And then like you open the replies and the replies will be like, I'm just a hater or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's funny stuff like that. But there are people who are like dead serious. And you're just like, bro, like, where do you get off? And listen, I understand if you're having a bad day and you just kind of take your bad day out on the internet, but damn, bro, like every time it's got to the point where if I look at something great on the internet, I don't even look at the comments. I can't, because I know the moment I do, it's not going to be funny. It's not going to add value. It's going to take away the little feeling of like, oh, that was wholesome that I had. Let me see. We can hear it in achieving your struggles and achievements. And achieving your struggles and achievements and your thoughts on the process it took to get through those moments could definitely help you make more relatable on a personable level. I feel that, bro. And I think that's why like a lot of you guys like relate to me. I say a lot. Yeah, that is a lot. I don't take views for granted, right? Like there's 7 people in here. There's 8 people in here. and then my videos get like hundreds of views. I'm cool. I'm not cool with that, as in like, oh, this is my potential. But like, bro, 100 means something to me. A lot of people are like, oh, that's nothing. But like, I just think of like, bro, if there was 100 people in this apartment, it'd be it'd be full. You know what I mean? But I really appreciate that. So I appreciate what you said there, bro. All right, let me see. Because it's blind entitlement, selective outrage, and clearly disrespect, as nobody feared that man at all. And that's the thing. That's the main thing. It's like, why do you have to be afraid of me to respect me? That's the craziest part. It's like, you're over my house or my Airbnb. Like, I invited you. And it's like, the fact that you feel like, oh, I don't have to listen to him because I'm not scared of him. What am I supposed to do, bro? I'm supposed to up the 9 on you? I'm supposed to be like, put it out? Like, why does that world exist? For me personally, I understand that people live in that type of world, right? And some people enjoy that type of world. But for me, as I get older, I'm like, that's the goofiest shit I've ever seen in my life. And I'm so glad it's like, I'm at the point where it's like, if somebody does that to my house, I'm just going to tell them to get out. Because it's like, why? What possesses you? It's like, what do you gain from that? That's the biggest thing. Because here's the small thing. This is no excuse for the behavior, but I would understand it. You know what I mean? Like, if there were girls in a room, you know what I'm saying? And you're not trying to look like a punk in front of these girls, and you want to maintain this like thug gangster rapper mentality where I do whatever I want. I understand. I could understand it. I still wouldn't justify it, but I could understand why you do it. But you're in a room full of dudes. Like, what are you talking about? It's like, what do you lose from that? Does somebody say, oh, bro, he does whatever, you do whatever he say, huh? Like, what do you lose as a man for that? And the crazy part is, I want to say Buddy was in his 30s. The guy who was like smoking and stuff. He's in his 30s. And it's like that's the thing where it's like, I realize that a lot of people have that mentality to where if you set a boundary like that, like, bro, like, like, I can't smoke here. They feel like you're like dominating them, or you feel like you're doing something to like take power away from them. And so now they have to be petty in order to like get it back from you. And I think to myself, I'm like, how primitive do you think to where you think like that you're actually like doing something by you're so cool by disrespecting the person and smoking in their house? How is that cool? And I'm realizing that there's just two different types of people, bro. Where like people like, they're like, oh yeah, I completely agree with that. I would smoke too. You don't tell me what to do. And there's other people who have like a common sense and human decency where they realize they're in another person's place and they're not going to smoke. And here's the thing that really kills me, right? The thing that really gets me. I know for a fact that if they were in a nice restaurant and somebody walked up to them and said, hey, you can't smoke in here, they wouldn't smoke in there. I know that if I guess they're rappers, so if they were in an executive meeting talking about the budget that they're going to be lent for their next albums, they light up a whatever, and they say, oh, you can't smoke in here. They're not going to smoke in here. I guarantee you. And again, that's the thing. It's like it's like selective, like he said, bro. It's selective outrage. They're selective. Like, oh, I can respect this person, but I'm not going to respect this person. And it's like, bro, I can understand if like you really don't respect somebody, but at the same time, why are you in their space? Why did you accept their invitation? Like, what did you gain from that? That's the thing that really that hurts me the most. And now I know, because what I'm about to say next is kind of wild, but now I know that for 100% fact, this is within all communities, okay? This is not something that's specific to one community, but I'm going to speak on my community, okay? Not like, let me say it again. This exists in all communities, okay? I don't want to single out, I don't want to give people like the vibe of like, yeah, it's the it's the blacks. No, but real stuff. Like, as I was growing up in my community, a lot of guys had that mentality where it was like they felt like you were taking something from them. And so now they have to be petty in order to take it back. And it's like, bro, like that's the whole reason why it's like I had to watch the type of demographics that I hung around, because I was the type of person, bro, like as you may or may not know, I love information. I love learning about different things. And so I was a nerd, right? But at the same time, I'm 6'2", and I'm physically capable. I was really great at sports, right? And so there was that balance where I was into the whole pop culture thing because, you know, you hang out, I play basketball, football, baseball, what else? Running, cross country, and track, bro. I was a sports guy. And it's like, so I was in both worlds, right? And so that's what I learned. It was like, bro, it's like, there are just some people who they're in that mindset all of the time. And I realized that, like, bro, I can't hang around certain types of people because they have that stupid mindset, you know? Let me see what you're saying. Usually people like what you're explaining come from broken homes with single unruly mothers as head of houses, making son husbands to copy their petty and feminine behaviors. Bro, that's extreme. And again, I would even throw that with what I was just talking about, where people feel like they're getting something taken away from them. Because I feel like it's like there's no way you had like a father figure in your life and you're doing petty female stuff like that. You know what I mean? But yeah, bro, I get that too. I realize that a lot of people who listen to me is because they didn't have strong masculine fathers in their life. And again, that's like a lot of the reasons why I do what I do. That's why I call this channel Masculine Development, is because it's the development of your masculinity. You can't rely on your single mother mom. Even if your mom was in a relationship, you can't rely on your mother to teach you that or to develop that. She can't teach you to be overly courageous in situations. She can't teach you to be dominant or assertive. They can, and again, they can teach you, because some women are like that, very small percentage, but some women are like that. But like here's how I look at it. You have to be very careful if you're ever listening to women about assertiveness and dominance and confidence and things like that. Because usually when we're talking about power, there's two types of power. There's the power that is uncontrolled, unrefined, right? That's the type of power, like I walk outside and I take food from a street vendor because I'm bigger than him and he's not going to do anything about it. And if he calls the cops, I just run or whatever, right? There's that type. And a lot of us are born with that, right? Now, of course, society has their things in its mind where like they teach you from birth not to do stuff like that, or they make you a bad person, yada, yada. But there's some people who are born like that. Then as you get older and more mature, you realize like, oh, okay, there's different types of power, that you be courageous. Like, again, like setting boundaries and things of that nature. Usually when I talk about power and things and assertiveness and dominance with women, they're talking about it in the unmature version. And you'll realize this if you ever talk to them about their fantasies or what they believe what it's like to be a man. This girl said, if I was a man for 24 hours, the first thing I would do is get in a fight because I need to see where I'm at on the hierarchy of men. And I'm like, yeah, all right, that's coming from somebody who's never been punched in the face before. You're going to start, yeah, listen, the one thing we understand about fighting is that even if a person, first of all, if the person knows how to fight, it's over for you. One, if he knows how to fight, and two, don't even get into if he knows how to grapple, BJJ. Don't even get into that. We're not even going to get into that. But even experienced fighters will tell you that anybody can get knocked out. Anybody can get knocked out. Listen, I don't care how big you are. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care what you know. One lucky hook, you're out. There is no defense for that. You get what I'm saying? And there are some people out there, we know as men, we know that there are some men who are unhinged. There are some men that the moment they see red, they black out. And so what does that mean? That means if you're alone with this individual and they're fighting you and you hit the ground, the most common response to that is people are like, oh, okay, he hit the ground. You know, this is over. I clearly won. There are people out there that when you hit the ground, they're going to keep hitting you. Bro, okay, listen. If I was a man for 24 hours, I got to get in a fight because I got to see where, yeah, all right. Yeah, okay. And then she's like, oh, I would wear all black and dress up and I would go get a girl and bed her the same day. I'm like, all right, listen. Basically, when they're talking about power, they're using it in a very immature way. They use it in a way that's going to get the average guy locked up. You know what I mean? Or the average guy has such a bad reputation. You can't use your power in a bad boy fantasy and believe that things just work out that way. It doesn't work like that. Anyways, okay. Copy. Oh yeah, but you're talking about that. That's my whole point. Is like a lot of guys that grew up with their mothers, you know, and they never had like that masculine influence. And so they have no idea about the masculine world. And so their wires for like their understanding their psyche is completely not different. It's rooted incorrectly because you're looking at dominance and power and assertiveness from the eyes of the feminine and not the eyes of the masculine. Okay, and those are two completely different worlds with two completely different sets of rules. Okay, let me see. I'm not a big fan of the dreadlocks. They got to go, sir. JR, to be honest, or JM, bro, to be honest, I'm about to let you go. You know what I mean? The fact that you looked at me like another man and you said, oh, you know what, bro, let me judge him on his looks. That's very homosexual behavior. And listen, I'm not homophobic, but bro, I'm not gay. So keep your looks maxing things to yourself. Oh, and by the way, JM, I mentioned this. I seen you under somebody's video months ago. I meant to. Oh man, I wish I got this earlier. You were under you were under somebody's video, and the dude in the video he was shirtless and he was in Thailand, and you were like, "Oh, bro, nice pecs, bro, nice body, bro," and I'm like, "Is that JM?" Okay. And I'm like, that's crazy. That's just the craziest comment to put under somebody else's page, bro. Anyways, so keep your comments to yourself. Actually, save them for Buddy. He might like them more than I want. What's logical to us is psychologically illogical. Nice pecs and body, bro. Crazy. All right. Okay, I'm done. What's logical to us is psychologically illogical and emotionally offensive to them, and vice versa. Since more intelligible-minded people size up the mind rather than size up the man himself. And that's one of those things that I'm kind of realizing, right? It's like you guys know there's like a saying where it's like a crazy person can always identify another crazy person. Have you guys seen that? For me, how I use that is a smart person can always identify another smart person. And if you, let me say this. There are some instances I realize that the average person, and I word this very specifically, right? I realize that the average person didn't pursue the area of intelligence. Didn't pursue the area of intelligence. Okay, that's very important. And let me tell you why very quickly. I'm gonna let you guys know on the trick now. This is a trick question, okay? But one of the questions I talk to regular people and smart people is I say, let me ask you a question. I say, you need to get your taxes done, and there's two choices. There's a person who is a regular person, right, just randomly off the street. You know, and then there's a doctor who graduated from Harvard, right? You have to choose one to do your taxes. Who is the person that you're most likely going to get a better job with your taxes getting done, right? Now, usually, if people, you know, they're not trying to like get tricked or anything. Like I already told you guys, it's a trick question. But like usually, people are like, if they're just doing like knee-jerk responses, they'll say things like, oh, you know, I trust the doctor. Right? Because again, it's like we think, okay, doctor's smart, Harvard's smart, and so of course I'm going to trust a smart person with my taxes. But you have to understand that the doctor isn't smart per se. He just chose an area of intelligence. So he's only smart with medical stuff. He doesn't know anything about taxes, just like the random dude on the street. And so, like I said, it's a trick question. There is no right answer because you're going to get the same result either way. But most people, they think like, oh, doctor smart, Harvard smart, I'm going to go with the smart person. And so what I say is like, that's not true. Because it's not, and again, it wasn't until I had this channel to where I was talking to accountants, doctors, lawyers, and I realized I'm like in the middle of the conversation. And again, I say things a little harsh, but I don't mean it to like hurt feelings or anything like that. In the middle of conversation, because I'm talking about like deeper topics and things, I'm like, oh, you're dumb. And again, I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm not saying that to like, oh, I'm better than this person. But I'm like, oh, you're dumb to this topic. You know what I mean? And it's like, and I had to check myself. I'm like, why would they know about this? They know about doctors. They know about accounting. They know about the law. They're smart in those aspects, but that doesn't make them well-rounded smart. You feel what I'm saying? And so, yeah, that's something that I've learned. I'm like even if you're, and again, I use that mentality to check myself. Cause I'm like, bro, it's like, I like to believe that I'm smart, but I know like where my intellect is and where it stops. You know, I've met people who are way smarter than me in different areas of intelligence, right? And so I tell myself like, I may be smart, but I'm smart in like just a slightly wider range than the average person. I know a lot about, I know a little about a lot more things than the average person, but that doesn't make me like this super genius. You know what I mean? And so I really have to check myself. It's like, yeah, okay, you may be smart, but it's like, bro, you have to recognize like where you're dumb at. Because, and again, the one thing about intellectuals, bro, I can't stand talking to the average intellectual. I can't stand it because it's like they can never be wrong, right? Because again, our value comes in our mind. And so if somebody's like telling you that you're wrong, somebody that you think you're on equal standing on, you know what I mean? They can't tell you that you're wrong. You're not wrong in that. Or we'll manipulate the situation to make it seem like we're right because we're smart, right? But again, it's hard because again, smart people don't think that they can be tricked because they know a lot. But again, and listen, any trickster or scammer will tell you smart people are the easiest people to trick. Because the best person to trick is a person who doesn't think they can be tricked. So they'll have no idea. You know what I mean? So there's that. I know I went off a little tangent there. But yeah, that's where it's like I size people up intellectually. But even with them, it's like even then, I recognize that there are different intelligences. I've met people who are dumb, who are like very dumb, but they're richer than me. Like their life is better than mine. And it's like, well, how is that possible? It's like if you were so smart, you would use your intelligence to fix your effed up life. But most of the time, it's like, that's not how that works. And for me, and again, this is just for me, most times intelligence is vanity. Where it's just like, you're like, oh, I know that. Like, that's all you really do with it. But like intelligence without application is freaking useless. And most intellectuals that I meet have a problem of turning off the brain and turning on straight action. You know? And so I'm careful with that sometimes. What's up, MD Kai here? What's up, bro? Kai, wait. Kai, bro. Tell me, I know that's not your username. You gotta tell me your old username. I wanna know, Kai as in, bro, Kai like in the group chat, Kai? Cause if that's who it, like, yo, let me know. Cause bro, shout out to him. Like, tell me if you're group chat, Kai, cause that's a huge difference. Okay. Usually for women, the tallest and the loudest man in the room is assumed to be the strongest in the room. With men, it's whoever is the most physically built and the calmest is the most dangerous. Bro, listen, bro. This is how we know it's like people in the game. We recognize other people in the game by the things that they say, right? Because it's like there's only certain things that you can get from experience. Nowadays, it's a little iffy because the internet exists. But there's a lot of things that you could get from experience that if you talk to somebody who has the same experience, they know where you're at on that level. You know what I mean? And so again, he said usually for women, the tallest and the loudest in the room is usually assumed to be the strongest in the room. And I learned that in club culture. If you ever were a person that went out back in my days of like going out and cold approaching and going to bars and going to clubs and things of that nature, you don't even necessarily have to be the tallest, right? Even though, yeah, I've been in rooms where dude was like 6'5", 6'6", bro was a unit, genetic specimen. I'm talking Broly. You know what I'm saying? Built, jacked, everything. He literally walked into the room and like this girl, she had to be at least like 4'11", 5. She just literally stopped talking to her friends and just walked up to him and was like, hi. And he was like, whoa. The way he handled it was trash. But she just stopped, walked up to him, and was just like, hi. And I'm like, I've never seen that shit happen before. Like, I just never seen that happen before. But yeah, that's crazy. But yeah, usually like the guy who's like he's like the loud one. You know, there's like a common saying, which I actually hate this saying, where people will say things like, oh, bro, and I usually see this in like comment sections. People are like, bro, the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. Bro, I hate that saying. I can't stand that saying because that's not true. That's not true at all. Listen, Muhammad Ali was the loudest person in the room. Not one person. People say like the loudest one in the room is the weakest one in the room. I said, says the weakest person, right? People like to make up anything in their mind to justify certain lifestyles that they live. And that's one of them. Trust me, it's not all the time. There are some people who are loud and they can fight. They're loud and they carry on them. So there is no like, oh, he's the weakest in the room. That's what people say when they usually can't dominate a person physically, right? They want to dominate somebody like intellectually. In the club scene, that's not happening. That's pure prime, like primal. Let me see. With feminine men, it's whoever has a weapon is considered the strongest in the room, which adds to the ghetto stereotypes. All in all, different methods of psychology per table you stumble onto. And that's what I learned about learning about like world politics and things of that nature, is that's where the game is played. It's played with who has more bullets, who has the bigger gun. It's like you would think that it's like, oh, take all the intellectuals from a country and then develop plans and things like that. They do that. But at the end of the day, bro, it's who has the biggest gun. I have more nukes than you. That's literally what I have more nukes. And so it's like that a lot of you, the power and control, like the United States, for example. The reason why the United States is in high powered position is because of our military. We're bullies. Study what we do. We're bullies, huge bullies. We put bases in other countries. Other countries don't put bases in the United States. They may have an embassy, maybe, but I don't see any other bases. We throw them things everywhere. What are you going to tell us no? Listen, let me say this, and I'm starting to get onto gray waters here. Listen, right now, what I want you to do, go on Google and type in a flight to Venezuela. Just type in, see if you can book a flight. You can't. You can't book a flight to Venezuela. Now most people who kind of know a little bit, they'll say like, oh, it's because Venezuela is like very dangerous, and Venezuela has like all these things going on, and Venezuela is like all these other blah blah blah, whatever. But if you do your research and a little bit of history, the reason why you can't book a flight to Venezuela, and the reason why it has horrible what's it called? It's like you can't book a flight to Venezuela. Their what is it called? Their economy is down very well. You want to know why? Because they told the United States no. That's the reason why they told us no. Dude, listen, bro. At one point, Venezuela was crushing it. They found oil. They were going crazy. Right? United States wanted to do something. I can't tell you specifics again, but again, if you look this up, you'll see. United States wanted to do something. They wanted some of the oil. They wanted some special deal or something, whatever. And Venezuela told us no. And then you know what happened after Venezuela? After that happened? Now, of course, they had their internal struggles and things of that nature. But you want to know who was the person that just like, right? Us. We did that. So it's not because Venezuela is dangerous. It's because we don't F with Venezuela. Because Venezuela told us no. One thing you don't do is tell the United States no, right? I think there's a book called Economic Hitmen or something like that, and it's about just the United States who they crumble different economies because the leader decided not to do whatever with us. It's actually it's crazy. But again, at the same time, it's like we know that's the things that things happen. United States, we're bullies, and we're in positions of power because when people try to overthrow us, we use full force against them, which is basically just like we have a bigger stick than you, and we're going to use it if you try to overtopple us. All right, let me see. In a year from now, I can see you sharpening your stances as a multi-talented masculinity coach, relationship coach, podcast host, physical fitness coach, financial advisor, and image consultant. Bro, I really appreciate you. You're gassing me up right now. But yeah, I think all of the masculinity coach, I did that. Relationship coach, I did that too. I wasn't a podcast host, but I was thinking about doing it. What's it called? Financial advisor. I try to stay away from that. I think there's a lot of there's a certain, not even a certain look that you have to have, but it's like you have to be careful about financial advice. An image consultant. I can see that too, but we'll see. Yes, in the group chat, bro. Shout out Kai. A lot of the guys here don't know about group chats or didn't know about our group chat, but bro, it was. I enjoyed it a lot. It was a year-long program of essentially guys telling me, writing goals for themselves, the things that they want to do, and then for a full year, we hold ourselves accountable, and we're really getting to it and try to make things shake. And bro, like at the end, if you were the type of person that you showed up to the meetings, you did a lot of good things with it. And I'm gonna be honest with you, even though it was a lot of work, because we had weekly meetings where we would every week we'd get up on the Zoom call and we talk about our week and then how we can tweak it and get better. Even though it was a lot of work in that aspect, it's like, bro, that group was really great. I'm gonna miss that group. I really am. So shout out Kai, bro. Kai, I want to say you're in a different country right now, right? Isn't it like super late there? But yeah, shout out to you, bro. Okay, Muhammad Ali was an anomaly. Like 2% of people occasionally pop up. I can be strong and loud, but it being dangerous where one is unafraid to commit fatality is a completely different type of battle. And that's exactly what it is, right? It's like a lot of, especially nowadays, a lot of men, people are afraid to take it there. You know what I mean? Like people are really afraid to take it to that point. And I think as men, you have to always, not even train for it, but you always have to be prepared to take it to that point. And I think a lot of men aren't. And there's the feminine men who they go from 0 to 100. There is no like in between. There is no like escalation. Versus like the normal person, like you really have to push them to get to that point. You know what I'm saying? So there's that. But yeah, I went on a long rant here. How long have we been going? Almost 2 hours here. Let's see what else. Is there anything else that you guys wanted to talk about or to say? Because I think I'm going to start the process of like wrapping it up. Maybe in the next like 15 minutes or so, depending on what happens. All right, so yeah, is there anything else that you guys wanted to say before we wrap this up? But as far as, I think I've talked about everything that I wanted to talk about. I don't know why I put this on here. All right. I pretty much talked about everything that I want to talk about. I'm going to be making a lot more content, going live with you guys, just chilling with you guys. I think I have to start creating a feed to where I'm getting more current news, just so I can go live stream and we could talk about it and things of that nature. But yeah, your thoughts on the future of 2025? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. 2025, it's either gonna be a lot of smoke and mirrors or it's gonna be a lot of crap that goes down, right? I heard about, I think this morning or yesterday, Trump was talking about acquiring Canada and like we're merging with Canada. Have you guys seen that? Like they're trying to be, people are like, are you willing to use military force to like capture Canada or something like that? And he's like, no, we won't use military force. He said, we're going to use economic force. And I was like, oh, it's like to think that the United States would just acquire Canada like that. And then for the rest of, like, they have to change maps to where Canada and the United States are just one giant landmass now, besides, you know, the rest of them. But it's like, I think that's something that's like, I did not see that coming at all. So I'm really excited about what the presidency is going to do. Personally excited to watch. I'm not going to care, because the only thing I plan on doing is working and traveling. You know what I mean? Stacking my bread, building my community. But as far as the 2025, I think there's going to be a huge burst in people jumping on the internet. TikTok is being banned. I thought that was smoke and mirrors. I thought they were going to come to some conclusion sooner or later, and they were just kind of throwing stuff in the air. But it sounds like they're very serious about that. I'm very curious to see if they're going to go through with that. Very curious, because I like TikTok as a platform, so I want to see what happens. What else? I think that, so one of the predictions that I've had a long time ago that I'll say publicly now, I haven't said it publicly, but I'll say it publicly now, that right now, here's how I like to put it. There are a lot of, so for our generation, again, I'm 29, so guys who are in this range, we grew up in a time that was pre-internet, right? Like before the internet, you actually go to the library to look stuff up. You know what I'm saying? And then we grew up with internet. Like we understood, you guys remember dial-up to where you had to click something, you hear for you to connect to the internet. You guys remember that? We seen the flip phone. Then we turned, that was crazy. Then there was like the keyboard phone, that was crazy. Then the iPod Touch came out. revolutionized. Then the iPhone came out. We were there for that. And so it was like, oh, okay, cool. So we have a hand in both worlds. You know, we understand. The next generation, though, they don't know about that world. There's a video that they have a they were in the family was staying in an old hotel room, right? And there was I want to say it was a rotary phone. You guys know what rotary phones are? The thing where you push the button, not even push it. You hold your finger, you slide it, and it goes like this, right? There was one of those, and then there was like a regular phone where you pick up and you push numbers, and then that was it. The kid, and again, this was like I want to say like a 10-year-old. They were like, "What is this? How do I use?" Like, what? They were so confused. And then there was like a stitch to that video, and they said if you ask a person like born in our generation and later, if you say pretend to talk on the phone, right? Look at the screen right now. We would do something like this, right? We're like, oh yeah, because again, this is like a regular phone, and then we like click because that's those phones. But if you tell a generation, the next generation, the earlier generations, they're gonna go like this, and you're like, wait, what? And it's because it's an iPhone. You feel what I'm saying? And so this is what the whole thing of what I'm trying to say is, if I say like, oh bro, you could be a content creator and make a full-time living online, a part of us is like, yeah, we can see it, but the odds of that happening, you feel me? That's how we are. Our parents and our grandparents, they're just like, no way. No, that's not possible. Get a good job, work there for 40, 50 years, get a gold Rolex, and you retire. That's their game plan. This next generation, though, if I say, hey, you can make a full-time living online, they're going to say, yeah, that makes sense. I'm going to try. They're going to believe that because, again, they grew up on the internet. So everybody that they see in their age range and age brackets, they're seeing them become content creators, influencers, money, all this other stuff. And so there's going to be, right now, there's a bunch of content creators, right? But it's only because the next generation isn't really old enough to jump into the game. They are jumping into the game and they are doing their things, but the giant boom hasn't really happened yet. It's gonna be, I want to say 2025, the way that I'm seeing things, I'm seeing that it's gonna be like the start of the boom to where everybody and their mom is gonna create content. And the crazy thing about content creation and all this other stuff is that there's room for all of us. That's the craziest part. Because you have to, first of all, you have to understand how big numbers really are. Like if I say, oh, you have $1 billion. And it's like, oh, what's a million versus a billion, right? Some of you guys have seen this before. It's like a million versus a billion. In our minds, it's like a million's a lot of money, and a billion's a lot of money. So, but if you actually look at what 1 million people look like and what 1 billion people look like, it really blows your mind because it's like it's out of the scope of a regular person's like belief. And so the amount of content creators that we have, though we have a ton. I want to say it's like for full-time content creators, even part-time, it's nowhere near what it's going to be in the next 5 to 10 years. Because again, we have a whole generation of not just the United States. You got to remember, this is worldwide. You have China, you have the Philippines, you have Thailand, you have South America. You have all these different countries that they're realizing that, wait a minute, I can make a full-time income on the internet. And so they're going to start doing that. And I think that's what it's going to be a huge boom with that. And it's going to rock everything. Because we've seen, if you grew up on YouTube or anything, you've seen a fitness influencer go from nothing to making anywhere $5,000 a month just from his YouTube channel. Then he starts his supplement brand, right? Something that was unheard of a long time ago. Then now he's opening gyms. You guys hear what I'm saying? All from content creation. And that's what it is. It's like there are some people who are like, oh, content creators, whatever. Our generation, we're like half serious about it. And and it shows, right? We see some people, they're making good money, whatever. But then there are people who take it very seriously. And I think that there's going to be a huge boom of people who are taking it seriously because it's now a career path. You know what I'm saying? Our parents, our grandparents, you told them it was a career path. They're like, sure it is, buddy. Sure it is, buddy. You tell us, we're like, yeah, we believe it, but we need like a backup plan. You know what I mean? Like we need like a safety net. The next generation, bro, safety net. They're all in on it. They're all in. Look at the biggest streamers right now. They're kids. They're kids. And so it's like, and guess who their main audience is? Kids. And so they're gonna grow up thinking like, yeah, I can make a full time. Of course I can. Of course I can. The amount of, and this is very sad to say, I'm not proud to say this, but the amount of people who will join OnlyFans or go down that rabbit hole of content creation is going to be astronomical. Because again, listen, if the society is not pushing against it, which our society is not, I don't care who's president. And again, I'm curious to see what he's going to do. But I don't think, like, you can't stop that. You're not going to put an end to feminism. You know what I mean? I think there's going to be a huge chunk of individuals who are going to be the market for degeneracy. And we're starting to see that now. I think I saw this interview, and I forgot what she was. But she was basically talking about how women right now are becoming, they're more college educated than men. You guys know these talking points. They're more college educated than men. They're making the same or a little bit more money than men. And so their partner selection, of course, is going down the drain, because they're not going to find guys who are equally yoked, which they don't want equally. They want somebody a step above that. But that's not going to happen for the average guy, right? And so what's happening? A lot of women are not having children. Right? And so what does that mean? Like, bro, this is where like we're going. I'm very curious to see. This is kind of what sparked Passport Bros, right? Where it's like a lot of I've witnessed a bunch of bad behaviors. And it wasn't even before that. I worked on myself. I thought it was me. I was like, you know what? Let me personal development. Let me self-improve. Let me do my thing. Let me go, boom. And then I could get the rewards. And it wasn't until I went through that process that I started seeing my rewards. Let me turn this light on. I started seeing my rewards, and the rewards were not worth it. They weren't worth it. I was like, bro, let me turn this down some. I was like, bro, this is all I get? Oh, crazy light. I was like, bro, this is all I get? This is all I get for doing all those work, for years of training, for making sure that I'm the best version of myself? These are the things that I get, you know? And it's like, I was like, whoa, like, I thought I just had to accept it until I took a flight out the country. When I took a flight out the country, I started getting the girls, and I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Listen, I don't ask for the world. I don't. But at the same time, I'm like, damn, bro, listen. And I want to make a video about this too. Listen, bro, you can look at me and you can determine my attractiveness level, okay? And for men, we understand, but it doesn't really matter what men think, because they're not the deciders. It matters what women think. So the type of women that I've naturally pulled into my life over the years, I know where I stand. You know what I mean? And so for me, it's like, I'm not expecting a 9 out of 10, a 10 out of 10. I'm not even expecting an 8 out of 10, if I'm being real. If I'm being completely honest. Now, if I had all the money that I wanted, and I had the social life that I think that I would want, then yeah, of course. But like, for how I look now, the stats that I have, the money that I make, it's like, bro, I'm cooling where I'm at. It's like, I know the type of women that I could pull. And what I noticed was that in the States, I'm noticing that the women who, I'm trying to say this without sounding arrogant. The women that like, I know I could pull. For like not even like, it's like we're like choosing each other. I'm talking about women who I would deem as quote unquote below me in terms of value that we bring to a relationship, okay? Those women were playing games. And I'm like, whoa, because that means in her mind, she thinks she's doing me a favor. You feel what I'm saying? And it's like, that's like a 9 out of 10, right? And I'm not saying I'm a 9, right? But like, that's like saying a guy like a 9 out of 10, or a woman that's a 9 out of 10, who's dating a 4 out of 10, and the 4 out of 10 thinks he's doing the 9 a favor. No, that's not how that works. And so again, because again, people act differently. Let's be honest. Let's be real. Can I be raw with you guys? Can I be transparent? People act differently. If you're dating a girl, I know there's a lot of hardcore masculine guys out there, but let me tell you something. you're dating a 9 out of 10, right? I'm not saying this is the average guy now. If a guy is dating an 8 out of 10, a 9 out of 10, and she pulls some BS, right? There's a lot of guys who are going to let that shit slide. If that same guy, let's say he's a 6 out of 10, he's dating a 4 out of 10, and she pulls some BS, he's icing her immediately. Because he's a 4 out of 10. You get what I'm saying? And so what I'm realizing is that the people act differently towards people they value, essentially. So it's like, if what I'm noticing is that the type of women that should value me don't act like I'm a person of value. And at first, this is where this comes from. At first, I was like, yeah. I was like, okay, you know what? Maybe she's right. Maybe I need to get in the gym more. Maybe I need to make more money. Maybe I need to work on my style. Maybe I need to work on my mouthpiece. Maybe I need to work on my masculinity. And again, bro, this was me. I'm doing it. Because the first rule of leadership is everything is your fault. And the reason why that's the first rule is because if everything is your fault, you're willing to find a solution for it. And if you're finding a solution for it, 9 times out of 10, you're going to grow from the situation. Great mindset to have. And so that was the mindset that I had. You know, I'm like, okay, let me do this. Let me work on my grooming. Let me work on my thing. Let me work on this. Let me work on it. And I'm doing it. And then at the end of this 2, 3, 4 year hiatus, I'm like, okay, let me get back into this market. And the quality was worse. It wasn't worse. It was better. But it was better in a way that wasn't worth it. It was like imagine you put in hundreds of hours of work and then you look at the finished product and you're like, this should be better. Right? This should be better. And I've always felt that in the back of my mind. I'm like, bro, I deserve better than this. There's no way. But of course, you have to balance that out with like, bro, the world doesn't owe you anything. It doesn't match. People will call you crazy. They're like, oh, bro, look how you look. Or, you don't have enough money, or you don't have a six pack, or you don't have this. You don't deserve any of these things. And so you're like, you know what? You start to believe them. But again, once I left the country, I started getting the quality that I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. So I'm like, wait, who is it? It can't be me. Because when I leave, everything that I think matches up. It matches up perfectly. But when I'm here, all of a sudden there's a huge disconnect. Yeah, all right. Look at me. You think I'm staying here? Yeah, all right. I'm leaving. Screw that. I'm leaving. And that's what we're realizing. It's like there's if we're being funny, like some people call it hoflation. Or it's like, girl, because again, bro, it's like, again, we were alive pre-internet and post-internet. And so again, like I said, as much as I loved information and video games or nerdism and stuff like that, I was also a jock. I wasn't JV, bro. I was varsity. You know what I'm saying? And so I know that world, bro. And again, my older guys will know this, bro. If a girl was overweight, and I'm not saying crazy obese, I'm just saying she's like a big girl, okay? She's a chubby girl. Those girls used to worship the ground you walked on. Listen, I didn't make the rules. It just was what it was. Even though it was my experience, again, I'm in a room with other varsity, like we hung out together. So I'm seeing how they're treating them too. Bro, a big girl would be like she, again, a lot of guys will say like, oh, big girls were easy. They say that because of back then. That's how they were. Because there was no limitless options for them. They had no Tinder. They had no social media. They had none of that. So if a person was like, hey, we should hang out, they were gung-ho. Nowadays, bro, you guys see the videos. You got refrigerators talking about, I'm not dating a guy unless he's 6'3", six-pack. And we're like, what the fuck are you talking? What are you talking about? What are you talking? And again, the reason why she can say that, bro, is because, and again, this is like dark game, right? The reason why she say that, and I know, because again, when you hang out with like these athletes, bros who got girls, you would think they're like, oh, they're only crushing 8s, 9s, and 10s. No, bro, because 8s, 9s, and 10s play games just like everybody else. And so they'll shoot for the 8, 9, and 10. It doesn't work out. Guess who they're calling? Becky McBigback. You know what I'm saying? Becky McBigback, she goes over here. She's slobbing up, taken to Pound Town by an 8, 9 out of 10. In her crazy delusional mind, she thinks that there's one day because she slept with Buddy that she now can get an 8, 9, or a 10. And listen, I don't make the rules, bro. But when a girl has a roster of 8s, 9s, and 10s who are not taking out on her dates, not buying her flowers, who are just saying like, slide over. And she's sliding over and like, bro, and you think she's going to get in a relationship with somebody who's at her level? No, bro. Because again, I don't want to, I'm cooking, right? But I don't want to get too deep. But listen, bro, people at her level, they don't have it like that. I'm keeping it real. They don't have it like that. I'm going to get a little explicit here, right? But it is what it is. Let me tell you. There are some girls, because of how they were built pre-internet, and again, this is random, but there was some, like in the bedroom, they were gonna get mediocre to average D. And I don't mean the size, bro. I'm just talking about like how it happens. That's what they're getting. And again, there's nothing wrong with that. It just is what it is. People are staying in their lane. So when they get the internet and things like that, she's getting premium, bro. I don't know how to tell you this, bro. I don't know how to tell you this. She's getting that. So do you think that she can be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't give her premium? She's gone. It's over. Again, listen. A lot of people if you're religious, the Bible and like things of that nature, they pretty much tell you like, don't be lustful, don't have wait till marriage, don't have a lot of sex, da 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 da. They tell you that, and again, that's a wise thing to tell people because, again, if you're getting premium D your whole life, you meet the love of your life, and the love of your life can't give you that premium, it's a huge deal, bro. It's a huge deal breaker. And so a lot of women can't take that. Even men, too. Some people can't take that. And so they don't do it. And so now they've messed up. Oh, my gosh. Okay, let me see you guys' thoughts on this because I could keep cooking like this all night. All right, your thoughts on that? Okay. A lot of people considering 2025 the year of revelation, the destructive of black culture. There are most powerful celebrities and possible World War III with Russia, China tag team in the USA. I don't think they're going to tag team the USA. I don't see that happening. I do think there's a lot of things that could happen, but a direct attack on the USA, I don't see that happening. Because again, it's like I feel like the USA is petty enough to blow everything up to bits. You know what I'm saying? We can't win, nobody wins. I feel like that's where we're at with that. But yeah, that's another thing. I'm glad that as much as I'm a very private person, I do like showing my face because as far as black culture goes, we have sports, entertainment, and that's basically what we're highlighted in rap. And that's basically what we're highlighted around the world. And it's like, that's cool, but at the same time, it's like, bro, like, we're a lot of different things. We're a culture just like everybody else. We have our smart people, we have our entrepreneurs, we have our nerds, we have our jocks, we have our athletes. But of course, people are like, oh, you're either an athlete, you're a gangster, you're a thug, or you're something else, or something else negative. And if you don't fit that box, then you're not desirable as a black man. And it's like, first of all, that's not true, especially when you go out to different countries. A lot of people just expect you to be a normal human being, which I love. But also when you go to different countries, people who are obsessed with black culture, they expect you to be that too. But because they don't know how extreme that gets, I know a lot of travelers who play into that. I'm watching y'all. They play into that. And they act like they're little thug dude, but they're not, they're not going crazy side of the pants and, but they play into that. And then they get cheeks that way. All right, let me see. What's good, MD? Creating TB. What's up, TB? First of all, shout out Creating TB. I know I mentioned him in the last video, but a lot of you guys don't realize Creating TB has been working with me over the past, since October, right, bro? October, November, December, and that's January. Buddy lost, what is it, bro? Tell me how much you lost. I want to say it was like 40 pounds, right? But let me know. He lost like 40 pounds working with me, bro. And I'm super proud of him, bro, because I witnessed the point where he was playing games, and then I witnessed the point where he's locked in. And like, bro, I applaud you all the way for that. I know I'm helping, I'm motivating, doing all this other stuff, bro. But at the end of the day, you're the one that's getting up and doing the work. And bro, super, super proud of you. So let me know how much weight you lost. It's wonderful speaking to you today. I'm glad I subscribed to you. Do you have a schedule for your next stream or video? I'm going to try to upload once a day and then stream for at least an hour or two a day. Okay, I'm gonna try, but give me some time to implement it. All right, just know it's coming. So it might be active tomorrow, but it might be active in 2 weeks. Who knows? Okay, but I'm gonna try to do that tomorrow. But it's been nice talking to you too, bro. There's already a boom happens every season. Group of new people start getting actual 6-figure money monthly instead of yearly. All it takes is consistency, substance, and quality of your work. Exactly, bro. Exactly. There's always like a fresh new a set of faces. But what I'm concerned with, this is what I'm talking about. There's the big people, right? Like you said, people making 6 figures a month. But like I said, there's going to be like in reality, bro. As much as now that I'm traveling and I'm watching my money and doing all these things. If you make $2,500 a month, again, USA money, nothing, especially if you're in a major city. You're in poverty, $2,500 a month. When you're traveling, though, $2,500 a month, you're upper middle class. Damn near rich. And so that's what a lot of people are going to realize. They're going to be like, oh, wait a minute. Oh, I could just be a content creator, be an influencer, make this amount of money, and then travel. Guys, the amount of, it just may be me, my algorithm, the amount of people I see moving to Thailand, the amount of people I see moving to the Philippines, the amount of people I see living in South America, the amount of people I'm seeing it because they're doing content creation. And they're realizing like, wait a minute, now that I'm here, once I get the apartment, it's like, bro, like the apartment and I have my basic necessities, I'm good. I'm chilling. And that's something that like a lot of people don't think about, bro, because it's like you have to rewire your brain. The average price for an apartment, and again, you're staying in like a well-populated area. You're not staying in like a place like Montana or the Midwest. You know what I mean? You're not staying in these backward towns that nobody's ever heard of. You're staying in like real places, right? Get minimum, and this was a couple years ago, so it's probably more now. Minimum $1,000 a month for a place. 1,000 minimum. Okay, and that's just for rent. We're not talking about utilities. We're not talking about phone bill, insurance, car note if you have one. We're not talking about any of that. Food, water, blah, blah, blah. We're not talking about that. 1,000 minimum. Bro, start doing your research. Look up how much apartments cost overseas, wherever it is that you want to stay. And again, you have to do a little bit of research, right? Because you can't use platforms like Airbnb. Those are businesses. They're trying to make money. Right, but if you look at like actual apartments, and you know you're on the right website when it's like it's like .com whatever country it's in, TH for Thailand, PH for Philippines, whatever. That's how you know you're on the right website. And you look up like the conversion rate, bro. A good, and again, not high class crazy apartments, right? But a nice apartment is gonna cost you like $200 a month, $300 a month. It's absolutely insane. And then you're like, oh yeah, but there's utilities, and it's like, yeah, bro, my phone bill is $130 in the States. You know how much a month of phone usage here? You know how much it cost me? How much was it? It was $10. It was $10. Now again, I already have my phone, right? But at the same time, it's like, bro, my phone bill is that, and I've already paid off my phone. So it's like, bro, here, $10. That's $130. Speaking of my locks here, bro, it cost me $135 to get my locks retwisted in the United States. You know how much it cost here? $35. I'm telling you, like, it's a cheat code, bro. Everything is damn near cheaper. You know what I'm saying? Bro, DoorDash, Uber Eats, all those other stuff. Bro, and do this right now, bro. Go on your phone and get yourself a nice little Uber Eats order. Whatever it is that you want, whatever it is that you get, your bill is going to be like $40-$50. Let's be honest, right? It started off at $20. Then they added the delivery fee. You got a tip and a whole bunch of other BS fees. And then you know how much it's going to cost? $40-$50. Bro, I get something right now, $5. $5. And again, it's like, it's just little things like that. And so it's like when you recognize, like, wait a minute, I could live a great quality of life. And again, it depends on your lifestyle, because a lot of people, let me read this before I talk about what I'm about to talk about. When I was going through bad times, Kevin Samuels helped me remind me of what truly meant to celebrate my own masculinity outwardly instead of being silent, letting time pass, and being stuck in the BS. Bro, Kevin Samuels helped me too. He was the first guy that a long time ago, he made me start taking my life a little bit more serious because he was just asking questions. and like saying like, bro, you're this age and you're not working 40, 50 hours a week. It's like, what's wrong with you? Do you have this? Do you have this? Do you have he was like, do you have 3 suits and things I'm like, bro, I don't have any of this stuff. But yeah, so shout out Kevin Samuels, rest in peace, man. I miss him, bro. Okay, let me see. Women's sexual market value system usually begins with whatever the value is on the men they sleep with until they age out of their prime in beauty. And then all of a sudden they get wise. You know what I mean? But that's something that like I've learned here too. It's like, and this is why I really enjoy being myself, right? Because like I said earlier, bro, it's like I understand where I'm at on the look scale, right? I'm not the type of guy that when I walk outside, all the girls are like, "Oh my God, I gotta get with this man. I gotta drop my pen." I'm really, and again, this could be cope, but I'm really glad that I'm not that guy. Because now it's like if a person likes me, I know that it's more genuine. You know what I'm saying? One of the funny things that people will say is like, "Oh, these girls only like you because you have money." And it's like, bro, that would be the same thing in the States. So I'm trying to figure out what your point is. But no, but again, it's like even here, it's like everything is just, and it's not just specific to this place that I'm at. Everything is just different. You know, it's like everything, I feel like everything is very balanced as it should be. I'm talking like Thanos. Everything is balanced, all as well as it should be, right? But yeah, it really is, man. And I don't really know how to explain that to you guys unless you've been here. But let me see. Let me go. Right on, bro. Went from 220 down to 197. Yeah, so you guys see that, man. Shout out TB, man. 220 to 197. I thought it was more weight than that. But either way, bro, that's still a crazy difference, you know? And so just shout out for you, bro. What's up? My Soap, shout out to you. Are there a lot of fupas overseas? Not as much as you would think. Now, because you got to understand something, bro. It's like if you most of the times people are walking everywhere that they go, you know? And so it's like, it's hard to get fat. Now, of course it exists, but one of the jokes that I like to say is, it's not even a joke. It's actually kind of serious. It's like when I'm on a flight back home, the moment I step off the plane, I just hear the sound of, you guys know that Kevin Samuels sound? The dum 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 dum. That's all you, bro. That's a lot of that I see. I see it a lot more. It makes me very sad on the inside. But when I get off the plane, I'm in these different countries, bro, and the flight attendant is bad. The girl who has your luggage is bad. The front desk agent is bad. You know what I'm saying? You're like, it brightens your mood. Let's just say the least. It brightens your mood. Let me see. Black culture needs a decisive victory this year. We are the only culture that deeply praises selfish or questionable celebrities in place of actual community trained, college educated leadership. And that's the thing, bro. I don't know if you're black yourself, but that's the thing. It's like, bro, where the change? Where the change? It's like I've recognized that a long time ago. I can't fix the black community in the United States. I can't do that because again, you're outnumbered every time. And the one thing that I've learned about community is that if a community of people, I like how when I stop talking, he stops driving. All right. If a community of people think 2 + 2 = 5, it doesn't matter if you're right or not. 2 + 2 = 5. You know why? Because they'll get rid of you for being different. You get what I'm saying? And so that what I'm realizing with at least for the black community is like, there's a lot of people who they're too trapped into celebrating dysfunction. And one of the things that I've realized is that whenever you go overseas, the people who celebrate black culture, there are 2 types of people. People who really like the culture as far as like the braids and the dances and things of that nature. But then there's people who just celebrate degeneracy. And they use like black culture as a way to be a degenerate. You know, and I'm like, that's not my culture, bro. My culture is not degeneracy. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, check the scoreboard. The amount of inventions that are black invented. It's like, bro, come on now. Check the contributions. You know what I'm saying? Check the icons. You get what I'm saying? Biggest icon to ever exist, Michael Jackson. Like, come on now. Let's keep it real. I don't want to get on my Michael Jackson spiel. Right? Biggest icon ever. You know what I'm saying? Check this. Let's not play that game. You know, because as far as like heavyweights, we're a heavyweight. But it's like that's where I'm realizing it's like the United States, as far as like people. I watched a Breakfast Club interview a long time ago, and it was about this rap executive. And this executive, what they pressed him on, which I'm shocked because they never do. They pressed him on. They're like, "Hey man, you're under the control, like the management. You're under the management of," and he named some rappers, And they were basically like degenerate rappers, you know, taking drugs or promoting drugs, promoting lean, promoting violence, promoting degeneracy. And he was like, "You're kind of in the movie. So you don't think that's destructive to the black community?" You know what this man's answer was? You know what this man's answer was? Of course, he tried to like weasel out of it, like people do when they're media trained. But you know what his answer was? He said, "Well, I have to feed my family." What the fuck are you talking about? What are you? And it's like that's exactly what's going on. You have people who are knowingly destroying the community, destroying our community, and then here's the even worse part. There's people who will accept the check to destroy their community because I have to take care of my family. And it's like, bro, you're not taking care of anything. You understand? People use that excuse all the time. I study personal development, and so it's like the way that it is like there's yourself, right? Then there's the family. It's like once you've quote unquote mastered yourself, you just have good things going for yourself. Then you have a family. And then once you've done that, like mastered yourself or doing really great with your family, you move on to the community. You understand? And then once the community's mastered, you're doing good, you move on to the culture. So if you want to destroy somebody's culture, you have to destroy somebody's community. If you want to destroy somebody's community, you have to destroy their family. And if you want to destroy somebody's family, you have to destroy somebody's sense of self. And if you realize, if you've listened to like, or not listened, but if you studied like the CIA blueprint or whatever of what happened to the black community, you would realize that they went after the family, you went after the community first, and they went after the family unit, and then da-da-da-da. And we were test subjects. They were training that to do for other cultures as well, but that's neither here or there. So essentially, it's like what you would have to do in order to fix this, right, is you would first have to fix the community, right? You have to first fix your culture. Okay, well, in order to fix my culture, I have to fix my community. Well, in order to fix my community, I have to fix my family. Well, in order to fix my family, I have to fix myself. And so the first thing that you have to realize is you have to fix yourself. And then it's like, okay, well, you have to go out and start your own family. I'm not doing that in the United States. Why? Because and again, this is well documented. This is not some conspiracy theory. Anybody who studied this, or you could pick up a book and can find this stuff out. There are active forces that are going against you. There's the prison, the schools to prison pipeline. You guys heard about that? There's that. There's and nowadays it's not even just like black targeted. They're targeting the whole dang nation. You know what I'm saying? These OnlyFans models coming out, bro. There's a reason why streamers, like the top streamers, they're promoting gambling. You guys seen that? That check is huge. And they're saying, yeah, I would feed kids gambling for this check. What else? OnlyFans models? How many shows do you guys watch, or at least videos on YouTube where the host will have like OnlyFans models? And this is not me hating. This is not me hating at all. It just is what it is. It just is what it is. But again, I'm not gonna sidestep the fact that you're doing it. You know what I mean? And so it's like these people, they don't care. They're destroying the minds of these kids. You know, the kids have TikTok, they have Instagram. The average the average 9-year-old probably knows more about the iPhone than you. And they're so vulnerable to being hijacked psychologically. These OnlyFans models know exactly what they're doing. And so it's just like, bro, I don't want to raise my family in this type of culture, especially one that promotes degeneracy, and they're okay with it. I'm not doing that. And so it's like, I don't want to, it's like, I don't want to raise my children when there are racist cops out there. And somebody said, bro, it's not all racist cops. They're not all racist. And I'm like, bro, all it takes is one. You know what I mean? It's like, what are you talking about? I don't care if it's just a couple bad apples. It's like, bro, a couple bad apples. Let me ask you a quick question, bro. You ever bought apples before? They come in a bunch, like a little bag. You know what I'm saying? You guys know what I'm talking about? Let me ask you a quick question. You're buying 12 apples. You lift up that bag, and at the bottom of the bag, one of them, just one, is rotten. Are you buying that bag? Nobody is. I'm not. Why would I do that? And so that's what I think about when somebody says, well, it's just a couple bad apples. I'm like, I'm putting the bag down. I want all 12 good apples. Now, I'm not naive. I understand that there are always going to be like bad apples everywhere, but there's a difference. You understand what I'm saying? There's a difference. People might target you because they're like in these other countries, a lot of these officers will target you because they're looking for a bribe. That's classism. They're looking for money. I can understand that. You understand? But targeting me because of my skin color is absolutely ridiculous. I think if you're a racist, I think you're an idiot. I think you're an absolute moron. There's no way that you actually I'm not going to get into that. But you get what I'm saying. So it's like, I'm not raising my kid in that. Because let me tell you something. And this is not me being a tough guy. This is me being serious. This is me being like, I know myself. There is no world to where I wake up one day and my child was taken out by a racist or anything, and I don't crash out. I'm being like, listen, I'm not trying to be a tough guy. I think every man has this within him. If somebody attacked, listen, bro, let me tell you something. There was what was that case? You guys remember that case where the officer like walked in, she like ran into the person's house or the apartment, and she had the wrong guy, and she just let off shots. You guys remember that story? She let off shots and like all this other stuff, and he died. And then the case went on. I want to say it was like not guilty or whatever, some type of whatever. And the brother was like, shit pisses me off just thinking about it. He was like, you know, the only thing, I don't have anything to say, but is there any way I could just give her a hug? And she got up and gave him a hug. And like, as I'm watching this, I'm like, oh yeah, like this is a smart dude. You feel what I'm saying? And he goes over there and he hugs girl. And then people are like, oh, you know, that's nice. Yeah. And then he goes back to normal. And I thought, that is the craziest I've ever seen in my life. Because let me tell you something. If you kill any one of my family members, bro, like, okay, you know, family can be thin sometimes. So family members if you kill my brother or my sister or somebody that I genuinely, I'm going to give you a hug, all right? That's what I thought he was doing, right? I thought he's like, can I give them a hug? And she's like, oh, they're like going over there. I thought Buddy was going to pull one of these. Look at the screen real quick. I thought Buddy was going to pull one of these. He's like, oh, I got a hug. And he was going to hit it with the, you know what I'm saying? Like, and just take her out. That's what I thought. Because I'm like, yeah, Buddy's smart. Like, he's going to get his get back. The type of shit that's what I would do. Are you insane? Give him a hug. I ain't giving you no hug. It's up. I'm going after somebody. Somebody's got to go. I'm an eye for an eye guy. I can't. There's no way. There's no way. And I think, even though I talk like this, and I think that's kind of crazy, I think every man has that type of protection for people who loves his kid. Bro, somebody took your kid out, you're gonna hug him? Stop it. You're not. You're. Listen, bro. I'm not saying what I'm gonna do. Again, I'm not being I'm being real. I'm not giving you no hug. I'm gonna give you a hug. All right. I'm gonna give you something to catch. All right. Let me see. I'm black too. Came back to YouTube this year to finally master it. Also, discipline promotes attraction. Sexual skill and endurance promotes compliance. Emotional awareness promotes honesty with women. Bro, facts. I'm completely honest with women. I just tell them straight up what it is. It's just what it is. There's no world where I would want to lie to a woman. It's not. Some women like being lied to. They like playing those games. I want to get away from you. I don't want to play those games. I'm not a game type of person. I'm a serious person. Even when I was dating, it was like I lay everything out on the table. I'm letting you know what my plan is. I'm not here to play games. I'm not here to be, my thing is for me, and this is my philosophy. And again, I understand how this sounds, right? But my thing is the first date, because I like dates, so I'll take you on a first date, right? But even then, if you're not a date person, I think that you should be on the phone or you should be a text message, or for me, it would be the first date. I'm not here to be romantic. I'm not here to pursue you. I'm not here to backflip and make you see that I'm a great catch or a great option. I'm not here to do any of that. I'm not here to pay for the first date. Now again, I say that in my mind, but I know in reality I would pay for the first date just because I don't want any friction. And the reason why I have this philosophy, and let me tell you what I am here for. First off, I'm here to see if we're compatible. You understand? Are you looking to get married? How many kids do you want? Where would you like to live? How much money? Like, what type of lifestyle are you looking? These are the questions that I'm asking. Because one of the worst things that I had, and I learned this in my quote unquote player days of just chasing women for sex, right? The thing that I've learned is that you would invest a lot of time, attention, energy, money, and then nothing happens at the end. And so eventually you start to get smart and you start being very efficient with things. And so that's how I take it. I took those experiences and I took it into my real dating life because again, listen, would I smash girls if she's fine enough, if she's got everything going for her? Of course, right? But I'm at the point now where I'm like, I'm not pursuing women for that. You know what I mean? Because I could get it at any time. And so like, because I'm not pursuing with that means I'm being serious. And so if I'm being serious, if I'm looking for a long-term girlfriend, really a wife, if I'm being completely honest with you guys, if I'm looking for a wife, I need to know these things early. Do you want kids? Bro, the last thing I want to do is invest 6 months of wooing this girl. And then she's like, oh yeah, I don't want kids. It's over. That's a deal breaker for me. So it's like for the first date, I'm like, do you want kids? I want to know all the things that are deal breakers. And then once I'm like, okay, we worked everything out, then the romance starts. Then I can pursue you. Now we can see if we're like extremely like, you know, physically compatible, emotionally compatible, all these other things. Because the foundation is the same. We want the same things. We value the same things. Do you believe a man is the head of the household? Do you want to be a housewife? Do you understand the skills of that? Are you willing to do? I ask these questions. Now the average girl has no clue about any of this, and they leave obviously because it's serious. It's real. I'm not a person I'm like, oh, love conquers. Yeah, all right. Psst, all right. Yeah, whatever. It seems like whenever you're serious about dating, you start to realize how little quality of people there actually are. And this isn't just a woman thing. It's a man thing too. Listen, I was a men's coach. I've talked to guys. Some of y'all are really slacking, bro. Like really slacking, you know? But it's like, I'm realizing like the older I get, the worse it's becoming. The worse it's becoming. I'm overseas, right? I met a girl and I told her, I said, she was showing me some outfits because I had her put on some clothes. And she had put on these shorts, right? Now the shorts weren't American short. You know what I'm saying? But they were too short for my liking. And I said, you know, if we were serious, you wouldn't wear that. And she's like, oh, okay, I'll throw it away. And just that, right? Just that. It was so quick and easy for her to say, she's like, oh, you don't like them? I was like, what is it? They're too short? She's like, yeah, I'll throw them away. Immediately. Bro, be honest. You guys know. Let me know in the States, could I get away with that? Be honest. If a girl, I said, oh, those shorts are too short, don't wear that. Even though, okay, so there's different types of girls, right? Where they're like, first ones they're gonna say no. They're probably gonna block you just for saying some stuff like that, right? Then there's the girls who will do it, but because they're so afraid to be judged by other women, they're gonna give you a lot of crap for it in the process. Oh, well, you think you can tell women what to wear? And you have to explain to her like no, like I just don't think, you know what I'm saying? You have to go through a whole bunch of BS just to get to that point before she's like, okay, I'll turn it off or whatever. But when I'm overseas, bro, it's none of that. It's none of that. I remember like I was chilling with this girl, right? And she was like walking away. And I think I was eating. I don't know what. There was something where I was full. And I snapped at her, right? And in the moment I did it, I immediately caught it. It was like, oh shit. Like that, you know, that could be taken as disrespectful, right? But at the same time, I wasn't intending it to be disrespectful. I was just like, because I was trying to get her attention. You know what she did? When I did that, she just turned around and said, like, oh, do you need something? And I'm like this would never fly in the States. And I'm not, and again, let me be very clear. I'm not saying like, oh, these girls will tolerate anything. No, I'm saying is like the things that they've told us that are not normal are normal. They're normal. They're normal. Oh, you can't wear that. Okay, I'll throw it away. That's normal. That, oh, you're insecure. How many of that shit we get every day? Oh, you're insecure. You don't like it. If you can't handle a bad beat, you can't be. Man, get the fuck out of here. I'm looking for a wife. You know what I'm saying? Oh, bro, listen, I hate this story. I'm not gonna tell it, but I hate this story. If you guys seen my date, I think it's called Dating is Hard video, where I talk about the burrito story, where this girl basically, super long story short, she texted me like, if you think I'm cooking for you, you got me effed up. And then the whole time I found out that she cooks for her roommate. And I'm thinking to myself, like, what's the fucking difference? If the difference is her roommate was a woman and I'm a man and she doesn't like that. And I thought that was the most, it turned me off so fast. It was the worst thing ever. Here, I'm like, yeah. She's like, she's like, what do you want for breakfast? I'm like, oh, I want this. And then I just be throwing shit out. Sometimes, because again, I'm so damaged by the states that I just be like, I'm like, hey, I send her a recipe, right? Something complicated. Something that take like 6-8 hours to make, right? I'm like, hey, if I asked you to cook this and I bought the ingredients, would you cook it? She's like, of course. Give me that shit. You don't get that. You just don't get it in the States, bro. And then people will defend the States and say stuff like, women will say, oh, you guys just never had women who actually liked you. Well, if a girl actually liked you, she would do all these things. And I'm like, that's the fucking problem. That's the problem. When I'm in the States, the girls who will like me think that they're doing me a favor just being with me. You get what I'm saying? There's no actual skills in that. There's no like, oh, cooking it, bro. I don't like talking about my personal life. I don't. I try to stop. But it's like, bro, I get done working out and she goes like, hand me your clothes, like my gym clothes. And I'm thinking like, why is she? Because she's about to wash them. Okay, I'm done. I don't want to get into it, but bro, it's different. There are people. I'm realizing that there are people out there that they're fucking normal in the brain. They're just normal. And it's such clown world that I could never actually try to marry somebody in the States. Is it possible? Of course it's possible. But how many women are you going to have to go through before you get that? Meanwhile, while I'm here, I'm running into them like it's nothing. Right? Okay, let me see what else you guys say. I want to become wealthy and make... Oh, excuse me. I want to become wealthy and make as much money as possible with YouTube, to archive the process and help with others that are serious to do better, to support themselves, to get past their own inadequacies. Yeah, man, I think, have you started your channel? Like, have you created content? The hardest thing about doing content is just starting, bro. You just have to start and pump out content. And then eventually over time, you'll start to realize like, oh, this is my niche. Let me get into it. And you can always delete videos if you feel like they're cringe. But don't delete videos until after you've passed like 100, okay? I know that's like really huge, but like again, bro, it's like, trust me, you just want to create content. Just create content, pump out content. It doesn't matter, because trust me, you're worried about something that probably 6 people are going to see anyway. You know what I mean? And even if it takes off and it's embarrassing, you can always delete it. But the problem that most people get into content creation is they just stop. And so just keep going. Just keep starting. Just create your first piece of content. Like, it shouldn't take you that long, bro. It's literally like this. Like, hey guys, welcome to my channel. This is what I'm trying to talk about, financial literacy and making sure that, you're in the best part possible. I'm also, a big advocate in the black community. I want to make sure our people are doing better. I'm also into traveling, things of that nature. These are things you can expect videos, I don't know, maybe 3 times a week. I'm going to try to stick with that schedule. But yeah, guys, I appreciate you being here. That's it. Boom. That's your first video. Because again, bro, that you don't have to think about right now. Think about when you're 40 videos deep. When you're 40 videos deep, it may be that video that does well. And then the person's like, and when I mean does well, maybe get like 20 views, right? And then the person who watched your video, they're like, oh, I like what this guy is saying. Let me see what he's about. He goes to your channel, and then he looks at that very first video that you posted. He's like, bro, I'm into that too. Boom, subscriber. This is how it works. It's like a snowball game. It's like when I had like over 500 videos, a lot of you guys don't know about that. But when I had over 500 videos, bro, somebody would find my content and then just binge watch a lot of my other content and then follow me. And then some people would become clients. I always ask people when I'm on a client call, I'm like, how long have you been watching my video? 9 times out of 10, they've been watching less than a month, right? And I've been on the journey for like 2 years. You feel what I'm saying? And so it's like, again, it's just the money's in the content, like constantly creating content, bro. And if you want, bro, email me and then get in contact with me. We'll get a we'll start that process. We'll chat and stuff. All right. Men are naturally, I want to become wealthy. Okay. Men are naturally overprotective, primitively vengeful if not trained properly. The most logical minded in critical situations sacrifice the most, have the most to lose, and love the hardest. That's what I'm saying, bro. I always look at people as their opposites. People who are very nice, in my opinion, have the highest capacity to do evil. if that makes any sense. Now, again, they may not do it, but I think that they're most capable of doing it because I think people are their opposites, you know? So if somebody's like extremely nice, I know that there's a side of them that they could be extremely evil as well. You know what I'm saying? It's just something that I've picked up as far as that in my life in terms of things like that. But yeah, guys, that as far as using YouTube as like for money and everything, bro, I would start off on YouTube, right? Just to get the ball rolling. But in order to like do this like full time, you either have to be pulling in at least like it's a lot of views, bro. Like it's like if you're a small channel, you have to be pumping out content every day, basically every day. If you're a medium sized channel, like you're getting like 10,000 views, 10 to 30,000 views, right? You have to pump out like maybe one every other day, like one day skip a day, another day skip a day, another day. You know what I'm saying? Like that to make a full time income. But the real money essentially is building out that audience and then monetizing it in a way that it helps, right? Whether you're offering coaching, consulting, you have a group, you have a product, right? It's things like that. The biggest value that you get from creating content is building the community who know you, who like you, who trust you. That's the biggest value, right? Because then you could do anything because people are gonna rock with you. Oh, okay. So it's been over 2 hours. I went a little long-winded, but I really like this video. I really enjoyed talking to you guys as well. But yeah, let me know if you're still in the chat, bro. Say goodbye to me. I'm saying bye to y'all. All right. Say goodbye to me. Say bye. Say bye. For those of you who are working, I hope I relieved a lot of your shift, and you know you're really close to going home or something like that. But yeah, guys, I appreciate y'all for staying here. I'm gonna try to go live again tomorrow. We will see. I am busy, but I'm gonna try to get on there. But yeah, again, I appreciate you guys.